with
We can take the
control off.
There we go.
Here we are.
Okay, I think we've got you.
Okay, we're having a little bit of difficulty this morning because we're making some changes and it's causing issues. So I think we're working though. I'm going to just get my camera down a little bit if I can do it. That'll do for today. A little bit high.
Put your poster in your seats.
We're just getting settled. It is now, it's already 7:15 Mountain Safety Time. That's our time, Mountain Standard Time, our time. And we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, but I'm going to start, now that everybody's here, by teaching them some stuff. I couldn't get a couple of my screens to work. Once you guys are settled, let me know, and then I will do my teaching. I know Glenn's still got to get a couple things done.
Okay, I've got your adventure screen behind you, and it's you. You are front center.
Look at that. Adventure screen.
Yes.
And it's showing me and my game.
Yes, things look pretty good.
And why do you all look different than what I actually see? My adventure screen should be set to the looted camp.
Mom, Sugar says, thank you for picking up the post. As I said, I told her earlier, I'm not dressed. I'm going to see if Mom can dig up the mail.
Right.
I hear the winds have changed today.
Well, that's louder than it's supposed to be.
Can you let Simon know? Because he was literally just going out the door. And
Okay.
she closed it on him.
All right,
No?
sorry.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Yes, that is the right screen. Now things are working. Oh, I know why. I was like, because I'm looking at the wrong thing. I need to take Wilder Mage to the right spot to see if we're live and we're talking. That's better. Okay.
Glenn, next week, do you want to?
So I'm just waiting for everybody to get settled.
To not be beside the door?
I don't mind as long as the door doesn't stay open when it's cold.
The door needs to stay open for the animals.
Here, we're going to discuss this right now.
Okay.
What do you think about sitting, switching spots with Ian? Would you be comfy with that?
Sure.
Like, not tonight.
Are you okay with that?
I have to.
I wear wool.
He wears wool, so he'll be good over there where it's nice.
It might be wet.
It's
though.
cool.
Well,
So
smell like a
if
wet
you're
dog.
comfy with that, we're going to see about starting next week if we can get the two of you switched. I've got to switch the hookups for your PCs. So I got to lift up the TV table on the TV on the table and move the wiring around. So I can't just switch it. And I've also got to change a bunch of the camera scenes because everything's built for everybody sitting in their certain little spot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I
Okay.
do find it a bit cold. It's cold.
Yeah. Well, you won't find it cold over there. And I feel the cold when I'm there too. Okay, I'm going to start by showing everyone that we have an update to the screens. And we have new buttons on our thing. I've changed OBS around. So here's our 360 view. And I'm just going to look to the side while I do this. Make sure that it's looking good. Everybody's used to that view. Everybody's used to our room view. This is what's called the room view. Everybody's used to the adventure screen view. If you haven't, table view is working. I just got to make sure these are working. The camera has been probably moved by a cat or something because that is not what I had a few hours ago.
Looks skewed slightly. Yes, rotate if you would. Ah.
Maybe the whole thing got. Oh! If you rotate that, it rotates all your cameras too, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Yeah, so that rotated the 360 camera and everything.
Yes, that's a
Let's
problem.
see what the
Well, Amanda no longer exists.
production. Oh,
Goodbye, Amanda.
Pull it back.
Bye. Your
Pull it
hat
back the
is
way it
looking-
was.
Glenn.
So
Or-
long,
Not
Marianne.
Glenn.
It's time
A
that
little
we
more.
began.
A little more.
For
There,
love.
that's
Hey.
good.
Same old hat I've been
oh
wearing all the
hi!
time.
I exist again.
Now Jan doesn't exist.
Life of
No, no,
Faewoode.
she-
One or the other.
Yeah.
one or the other.
Oh, there we go. The sweet spot.
Go
Wait,
ahead, sweet.
Okay.
a little bit more. Half of my face and half of hers. And then you can compare us side by side, because this is how I will look in 20 years.
Fabulous.
I know,
I
right?
know, right?
Yeah, I knew. Okay, so let's go back to fixing these screens. Here's the thing. Okay, this table map, we're just going to have to deal with it as it is. Goes. It's a story of a lovely lady who something three very lovely girls. The oldest one of them was named Amanda, and she's even got braids and curls today. It's a story of a man named Davy who had two beautiful children of his own. I only have 2 kids. But then they all grew up and buggered off to New Zealand and left him all alone. Till the one day when the lady met the fella, and they knew there was much more than a hunch. So they made a game in their games room called the Wylders game, and they all became the Wylders. This is Dave's. Oh, well, here it is. This is Dave's new screen. And if I push a button, boop, I'm big. Now I'm little. Now I'm big. Now I'm little. Now I'm big. All right. So you'll notice that there's some chat in the bottom. And I also put in a little 360 view of everybody. Everybody's got a new screen like that. These are all your new main screens. Let's see how y'all look there. Oh, Josephine's is pretty fisheye. Gonna have to fix that.
The camera adds 10 pounds.
There is. Why is Josephine's all fisheye? That's very strange.
I don't know. I like it. Hi. Blah, 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 blah.
What about Percy? Percy's there. He looks good. Doing okay. And Thaddeus. Yes, thank God. It's all working. Thaddeus' camera's got to come down
Thaddeus
just a
lost
little
10
bit.
pounds on camera.
That's true. All right.
I gained
So-
like 40.
We have the same with our split screens
You
where
do-
there's 2 of
I
us.
have a
And they
camera?
have chat as well. What?
Do I have a screen?
Didn't you see yourself? There you
No.
are right
Oh,
there.
there you are.
You look normal.
All right. There. So everybody's got their new chat screens and their things. And there is a new big button at the bottom called full screen on and off. Glenn, you see that big button at the bottom, full screen on and off?
I see it.
See? So if I do that, full screen, if I do it again, it toggles between those two on everybody.
To zoom in and see your pimples.
Right. But also because people at home want to know, well, what class is he? They're watching somebody. What's that person's name? What's their class? What about their stats? And all that information is now currently on the screen.
Cool.
And it'll update as you guys level up. That's why we did this.
Ooh.
So we've got
Snazzy.
the Brady button. And this is
There's the big surprise of the day.
the minicam.
That girl is thick.
Check that out.
The minicam is my favorite thing
Check
ever.
how
The
thick
minicam
that girl is.
Going
She's
through, this
lovely.
is the first iteration of the minicam. And can anybody, oh good, I did actually make sound on this. Here's the thing. We're going to be able to put minis on this little turntable and you'll be able to check them out. And I wish to show off minis that Ian painted this week.
Oh no, where are these?
Oh, yes.
We're
They were
going into
rushed.
the Faewoode. Now, what'll happen is I'm going to make a nice light box and I'm going to give this good lighting.
Woohoo!
But here, we're going to go into, take a mini away,
So what magnification is that,
put
dude?
a new mini there. It's not great magnification.
Like 25 or something?
Here we go. Here's another mini. Let's do some more. These are the elves.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Here's a sexy
Groovy.
one here. Let me get, oh, he's stuck. The other guy doesn't want to let him go. Okay, so there's our mini cam. That's our brand new cam.
Oh my goodness. Is okay,
Looks
but
pretty sexy.
I feel like you've just now given us a preview to our next adventure.
What we'll do is, no, in fact, no. There are no plans for these minis to show up in the next month, probably.
Okay. Sugar said the sound has gone out 3 times.
Let's try and stop that completely, and we're going to see if it is cutting out because of this audio. I'm not sure. We'll find out when we continue on. Excellent. Check 1 2. Check. It looks like it's okay now. Okay, let's go back to what we were talking about. So those are all of our new camera angles. I'm going to turn this. There we go. I'm going to turn this back over to Raven. Raven, here's your controls. And Percy's got a set of controls too, so we're all good.
Watch me screw it up.
Well, they're not that much different. There's 3 more scenes that you can now pick: minicam, triple, and Wilder Bunch. You can try them out while we. I am going to teach stuff. Next up on our thing is our for game notes is stuff that we have to go right through for you guys to learn some things about Foundry that I need you to be able to do right now. And that's why we're going to cover this little bit, and then I'm going to intersperse the rest through the rest of the game tonight. But here's the thing that we need to do. We need to talk about the journal. We had...
Dave, would you mind projecting the notes on the screen behind you?
Yeah, they're going to.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of projecting the notes, so we're going to pop up the journal, which is the J button. Now, here's the thing. If you go to the journal button on the right-hand side, when I was looking in the journal, and you guys said in the shared party journal, you guys had stuff about Monty, all the stuff that had been written by Percy and had been written by Thaddeus was not in the journal. Okay, so when I talk about the journal, I'm talking about this screen that you see behind me, this brown screen, okay, that's got quest, lore, map, and journal and party journal on it. However, You guys can also, and this is, I think, what you've been doing, go up to the journal button over here, and you can create journal entries. When you do that and create a journal entry this way, is this what you guys were doing
Yes.
yesterday?
Yep.
Or I mean last week? Rob, is that what you see the thing on the screen? You're doing something else.
I was entering information about lore.
Okay.
So I entered a
Ah.
chunk about the Faewoode and under lore.
Okay, let me explain something. If you use the screen the way it is behind me and you make a journal entry,
Right.
okay, it is like making a document on your hard drive and putting it on the C root instead of putting it in a documents folder or putting it someplace where you're going to find it. Because when you look down at the very bottom, and if you kill Dave head for a second, you'll be able to take me off of there. You'll be able to see here down in the very bottom root of the journal are all of the things that you guys wrote. Almost caught my tiny rock bass. Did some fishing. Caught wheats. Let me see. Monty Hall deals. Here's where Monty Hall deals is. Notice that we've got it here, but it is not in the party journal.
Yeah.
Okay. The party journal is kind of a really nice presentation layer that sits on the base journal. What this means is don't use this create journal button and do this stuff that ends up down here and not in your real journal. Hit J, open journal, go to party journal or to my journal, and then over here on the left, do you see where I'm on the screen? I'm going around these two things. See these two things right here?
Yep.
Hit add page. Now, you sometimes need to make a category before you can make a page in it. But this is where you add pages, either in my journal, you can add a page, or in the party journal. You can go ahead and whichever section you click on, that's where you're going to add the page.
I'm sorry, I suck at computers because I went to J and then it just took over my Forge page. And then I just have to re-log into Forge now to get back into Forge. So is there like a command?
Show you what's going on. Okay, so here we are. We're going to make ourselves a brand new. I'm in my journal and I decided that I'm going to make a new note about this abandoned camp. So I click on the abandoned camp, and I've got some information about the abandoned camp here. And I decide, okay, I'm going to make a new note. As soon as I do it, it gives me this look for this thing. This is the default journal look. Okay. Now, because I make the note this way, when I make the note, this is Dave's new note. Then Dave can't spell. Hi there. When I close it, oh, you see this here? This little thing is the save changes. Click. Okay. This is Dave's new note. Now when I close it, if I open up abandoned camp, this is Dave's new note is right here. See? And it says, this is Dave's new note. Hi there. but I put it in the wrong place. This is not where I wanted to put it. I didn't want to put it in the abandoned camp. I wanted to go and put it up in my first page. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go to this button here called Move to Lore Notes. And it's just going to jump it up there. Okay, so you can move it that way. You can't drag and drop it. You can move it that way. But then I want to do other stuff with it. This is to move it. I want to make a copy of it. There's duplicate. I want to edit it again. This is how I edit it. If I do a whole bunch of words here, these are all words.
Great words. Love them.
And more words and more words. Lots of words. There are words everywhere. And this word needs to be bolded. I go to this drop down and I go inline bold. And as soon as I let go, it bolds it. I go, this one's got to be italic. I go to this drop down and I go down to inline. I just drop italic. I let go. Boop, it's automatically italic. I want to put a picture in. I have got a little picture button. See, just like email. And then I go look for that picture and I put it in here. Okay. These are the things that I will use more than you, but what I need you to do is put your text in this place.
Can you check and see whether mine went in properly?
What? I will check later to see.
Yeah.
So I am going to have everybody make in their own journal a page at the top called
I don't know, just in chat and nobody can hear it.
Oh, I know why.
What?
It didn't work because it's not on the Wilder Bunch screen. When we went to the Wilder Bunch screen, I don't have any sound on. Oh, there it is. Okay, now there's sound. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Thank you very much, Sugar, for letting us know. The problem was that when I made this brand new shiny page that gives us the crosshatch for Wild Bunch pictures, the problem was I forgot to add the sound to it. So that's why it was silent. Now, and if you hadn't told me, I probably wouldn't have known for a long time. Thank you, Sugar.
Thanks for the feedback, guys.
Excellent.
Okay, so let me know if you have a problem making a page that's questions for the GM. You're going to need this page because I'm not going to be answering or responding to requests between games or other things unless they go in this page. Make sense? Because I need a place I can track this stuff. And
Sorry, I have a question just
Yeah.
in regards to, I've created a new page under Glenn's notes, but I can't remember how to move it.
that little move to that's up here. See this little move to? You go to the page and there's the word move to right
Okay,
there.
I don't see that on my options. I don't have
You
that
don't have a
option.
move to.
I
Maybe
don't.
this is, you know, every damn thing in this program is about permissions. You don't have the permission to do this. You must have the permission to do that. So when you made this page, it doesn't give you the permission to move it. I wonder if that's only a GM thing. Okay. I'll move it. Just make the page and I'll put it in the right spot.
Okay.
All right. That's the page I want you to type your notes to me in. Questions for the GM. I hope you'll make some other pages underneath it that are my notes for things I need to know or remember. Okay. That's it. Up to 0 hotbar at the bottom of their game screen, right? Okay, double check that. Did a tour of the pages. Remember how we had a problem with your inventory and we couldn't find things, like when we were looking at Monty the Trader? There's a million things, and you'd say, well, I want this corpse ward thing, and I couldn't find it. Open up your inventory. Go to your character and open up your inventory for a sec. And I'll even just pop Raven open too. He's got lots of crap. And go to your inventory. So you should be looking at your inventory like this. Let me know when you get there.
Yep.
When you want to find something, the active screen that you've got, you can actually use good old Control F, and it works. Go Control F, and you'll see a little black box pop up here.
Mine's white, but that's fine.
Okay, whatever it is, type in the item that you want to find, and then there are up and down arrows beside the word that you've typed into that little box. They will go through all of your inventory and show you the word. Does that work for everybody?
Control F.
Works for me. I'll never remember Control F though.
You'll never remember Control F, Control Find?
No. Well, I will when I ask you again.
And the man worked in an IT department for like, what, 20 years?
Mine
I
doesn't,
had
but
people
maybe
that
I
did
don't
that.
have a find that I was looking for. Hold on.
I
a
have
second.
people to remember how to copy and paste for me.
Control.
Okay.
God.
So here's your thing to try doing. Go find Monty. Here's your practice session. Go find Monty, the merchant, and use Control F and see if you can find a crowbar.
What the heck?
And tell me what kind of crowbar Monty's got with him.
Control F.
So I'll get out of my inventory.
You just go find Monty. You just close
A
that page. Go to
levered
Monty.
crowbar.
That's correct. Does that work for everybody? Does it jump down and show you real quick where to find it?
Now I've got Percy. Why the heck? I've just become Percy.
Well,
You've opened up his character sheet and not yours.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes. Okay, so it's
And
just so
cover
you
up my
understand,
pizza
with
accident.
long lists or when we're searching for something, all of the inventory you've got, this is a good way to find it. Okay, Control F. All right. If we had had this last week, it would have saved me half an hour of scrolling through Monty's shit every time trying to figure out what things were and where they were. So that's Control F. Remember, find. Control F stands for find. Okay. And I mean, God, if you really need, I could probably make it a macro. Okay, next thing on the list is questions that I've got from people that I want to answer today. These are questions on different things. First of all, if you are in the actor screen and you're looking at all the players, like I'm showing on the screen behind me, you see here I've got the party, Josephine, Lavinia. It's kind of cut off here, right? But you see what I mean? You can see by and on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Above it where it says the party, there is a button that says open sheet. See that button? Open sheet. This lets you look at everybody in the party at the same time.
Ooh.
It also lets you drag and drop stuff from your character to any of these characters. Just drag it over and it goes in there, goes to them. Okay.
Sorry, what did you just do? You dragged something?
I didn't. I'm just saying that this, now here's the confusing thing about this. You'll see there are three buttons here: overview, exploration, and stash. Stash is basically like your bag of holding. But I want you to keep using a bag of holding and not use this stash, okay? Unless we end up changing later on. But here's the thing that's confusing about it. According to your party total wealth, it says that you guys have got 69,104.41 gold pieces. How the hell can you have that
That's
much
a
wealth?
lot.
It says Josephine Smith herself has got 5,620 gold pieces.
I need to go shopping.
It is somehow calculating the worth of everything you own, the gold equivalent of everything you own that's in all of your inventory, and it's adding it all up. So what I'm saying is, ignore that. Okay?
Do we have to pay capital gains on that?
No, you don't. 'Cause there aren't any goddamn capital gains in my goddamn world. I can guarantee you that. Let's go ahead.
Tax-free zone.
That's right. Let's go ahead and go on to the next thing. That is so you understand when you stumble across that's what that means. Next question on the list was explain crafting outside of game time. So you guys can craft at home instead of, I mean, you can do it when we're talking, you want to do something and you're bored sitting at the table. You can also, when you want to catch up on things, log into your character. You don't even need me to start the game usually. Log into your character, open your character up, and let's say, for example, we took Josephine Smith and she wants to catch up on her black powder. She goes up to this hammer up at the top and she's got the books now it shows all the books because I'm the game master. It will only show Josephine Smith her books that she has got recipes in, like the Beginner's Guide to Bombs, and she can make black powder horns. So if she wanted to make this at home on her own, she can just do this with the stuff that's in her inventory. Now, it shows the ingredients of this recipe, black powder horn, okay? It shows that it needs charcoal, saltpeter, and an empty powder horn. And then the result below is going to be a black powder horn. Notice that 2 of these boxes have got blue outlines around them. And one of these boxes has a red outline around it. If the box in your ingredients has a blue outline, it means you've got that in your inventory. It knows. If the box has a red outline, it means you don't have that thing. So Josephine could hit this hammer up here. You see this hammer is what you click to make the craft happen. She could hit it and it'll give her an error, say you're missing something. When all your boxes are blue, then you can make the thing. Okay? It has to be in your inventory. It cannot be in a bag of holding or someplace else. It's got to be in your inventory. Make sense? So that's what you need to know about crafting. The blue and red outlines tell you what you need and what you got. Also, you can put your mouse over them and they'll tell you the thing you're looking for. And you can even click them and it'll open up the thing. Okay, I need an empty black powder horn, right? This is on all recipes to teach you guys how to do your stuff. Okay? The next thing on the list to teach you about is, I did the red and blue boxes. Real quick, we're going to talk about resistance. Sometimes you'll find an item that gives you some resistance to something. Let's say that Percy finds a shield that he's going to carry, and it has a resistance to fire of 5 on it. What it means is if he gets hit by a fire spell that does 10 points of damage, he only takes 5 points of damage. Let's say that he finds a helmet that's resistance to all damage of 5 points. He gets in a fight and somebody hits him with a flaming axe that's going to do 10 points of fire and 10 points of slashing damage. He only takes 5 points of the slashing damage and he only takes 5 points of the fire damage because it's subtracting 5 from each thing. So a resistance to each type of damage. Okay? That's what resistance does in this game. Make sense?
I love the Brady Bunch screen. That's so
Yeah,
fun.
it's actually kind of cool.
It's so fun.
Next thing is, what's the deal with lesser and minor and greater and major? Has anybody run into this confusion yet?
Why, yes.
Well, yes, you have. So we're going to go to my items for a minute. I'm going to show you on my list of items on the screen behind me. I've got under my, where would they be? Would they be in gathering? Are they potions in crafting? They're potions. Here are some of my potions. I've got a list. No, that's not it. Healing. Here's my list of my healing potions. And look at this list of healing. There we go. Pop it out, put it right in the middle of the screen. Here's my list of healing potions. Notice there's a minor healing potion, a lesser, another minor, and a moderate. If you want to know how much they heal, click them. And then it'll tell you that this one does 3d8. Okay? So moderate does 3d8. Whereas minor only does 1d8. Whereas lesser does 2d8. Okay? So it goes minor, lesser, moderate, and then major. Now you know what those things mean and how to figure it out. Okay? When you want to know what it is. So don't assume just because you got a potion that you got the right level for what you need for a crafting or a spell or something like that. Last question is, how do runes work? And I would like to wait for Amanda for this. Amanda, you got a minute to come back?
I'm listening.
How do runes work? Same list here. I've got this list of runes. Let's pop that out. There's a list of runes right here. Here are all the runes in the game, but here's the hard part about runes. If you go searching in the compendium and you type in the word rune, you only find one goddamn thing, and that's a runestone. You don't find all the runes because the runes are named by their effect. You can search armor potency. You'll see you get 3 different kind of runes. So I went through and I pulled out of the compendium all the runes and put them in a category so I could find the rune that I needed and look through all of the kinds of runes there are. And runes go way up to real high levels. There are low-level runes and high-level runes. How do you use a rune? A rune is an engraved rune image on a little clay stone. You take that, you take your shield or your chest piece or whatever, you go hocus pocus, and the rune jumps from the little clay stone to the shield. And now you'll see it's engraved on the shield. And the clay stone crumbles away and the rune stone is broken because you've transferred the rune onto the magic item. And the magic item has now got that magical property.
Okay.
So we have to say hocus pocus?
Yeah. Yes, you do. No, I don't care what you say.
You could say a la peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah.
So I've got a rune of +1 protection for armor.
Yes.
And I like to apply that to my trail duster.
Okay. All right. So we will go through the process later, and I'm going to figure this out because I want to walk through the process.
Speaking of trail dusters,
here's the thing. Sometimes applying extra armor, the character sheet won't give you extra armor in your SOL. I've run into this already where I thought I would bump up the armor on something and I put the rune on there. Sure enough, it's on there, but the system won't recognize it because it says, sorry, you already got a max of 22 armor. You can't have any more armor. Not this way.
So what I found is under armor class in the blue shield.
Yeah.
I can click on that and then I can add a modifier.
Okay.
You can do it manually that way.
All right. Okay. So yes, we can set that up. So this is how you do it. Now, you can also get the runes off of magic items into a blank rune stone. And then you can carry it around, do other things. That's runes. Any other questions about runes? Runes are important because this is how you're going to make your stuff really cool. Later on, you're going to make it a lot more powerful than it is right now. Especially the weapons you're already carrying around.
I feel like all of us have something that's blessed with runes in some
Well, and there'll be more coming. Yeah, for sure.
way. Yeah.
So in that list of runes that you've got, does it have the visual of what the rune actually looks like, or is it just descriptions of the rune?
So let's go look at the runes for a sec. Here we go. So let's pick a rune like Bane. Okay, here's the rune called Bane. We click it. It opens it up. And they tell you about it. Bane Rune causes a weapon to grant you improved understanding of creatures of a particular type, allowing you to deal more damage to those creatures. Crafter chooses. You've got to pick which Bane you're going to Bane. An aberration, an animal, a beast, a celestial construct, whatever. Then the weapon deals an extra d6 additional damage, and the weapon's damage type to creatures of that chosen trait. Okay, and so on and so forth. And I tell you all about the information. And then it just has this little picture at the top, which I can't pop it out. It doesn't pop out for me. Can't show you that picture any bigger than that icon.
But they had the same image for a bunch of them on the list.
I noticed that.
Yes, they do. For runes, they all just show a little rune stone of a different color. See? And they've just got the rune inscribed on them. And I do not believe that these are... There is a difference in level. If you look really close, you can see that this assisting is an item 5. So it's only level 5. Whereas you look at all of these dragon ones, and they're different level spells all the way up to the 9th level, which is item 20. See?
Are we restricted by our level to which rune we can
Mostly,
use?
yes. Mostly you're restricted by your level. I might make some exceptions, but mostly if the level of an item is higher than what your level is, you can't use it. Which brings me to Lavinia's most recent purchase. If we go to Lavinia's page, I'll do it and show you. And we go into her inventory.
Here I wanted it to be a surprise.
Oh, do you want it to be a surprise? You want me to not tell them?
You go ahead and tell them.
If you look into her equipment, it says her wonder. She's got her mastodon, and then it says gingerbread house, and she bought the gingerbread house.
Cool.
Now, okay, we won't tell you what it is. You can go figure it out yourselves. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, don't tell anyone who's watching. And you all just
Not until she uses it.
Stop reading. Just let it be a surprise.
When she uses it, then they'll know, right?
No.
But I have to go up at least one level, is it?
Yeah, because it's a level 6 item.
We're in 5. We're getting close. It's fine.
No.
I did not pay. The problem is in some things I can't find the level as easily. And so when I was making Monty's list, I threw a lot of high level shit in there. But then I thought, well, a real trader would have stuff you can't use because you're not high enough level. So, but at least you'll know it exists and you can be interested in it.
And I just fell in love with the idea of it. So
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that's all of the questions that people had. I'm going to do a shout out right now to the Iron Monk. Thank you very much. But Iron Monk, thank you very much for your awesome modules. We are now using Monk's activated tile triggers. Ripper93 we subscribe to as a Patreon supporter, and we're using a bunch of his, including the journal and all the crafting system. And I'm giving a shout out to Ryan Sigler, a writer of adventures, for something you'll all find out about hopefully soon.
Ooh, mysterious Ryan.
In the game. Okay, in the game. You'll find out about it soon. Okay. This stuff you don't need to know about yet. Stuff about crafting. If you look at the icons when we are going someplace to do the crafting, like remember when we were in the meadow? Let's go back to our trusty old meadow. Come on, meadow, hurry up. Okay. Is the meadow got the new ones or the old ones?
That's a heavy metal.
Ah, damn, it does. We have to go to the looted camp. Okay, hold on. In the map of the looted camp, if you look around now for different icons, you might notice that sometimes there's a hunting icon that is a bow. Here it is on the screen now. I've got it here. There are two different icons now. There's a hunting icon for a bow, and there's a hunting icon for a rifle. Percy can use the bow hunting icon, and Josephine can use the rifle hunting icon. I can't make one person use both of them when I'm doing it like this and exclude everybody else. Okay? So, Percy does bow hunting and Josephine does rifle hunting. Everybody else does mushrooms and herbs.
Everyone else does mushrooms and herbs. This should be fun.
You guys do also, but these two are for Raven, the book, and the pot. This is alchemy supplies and lore search. Fish are all about
Sorry.
Ian, but there's a new one right here on the screen, and Lavinia can go, and if she clicks on this blue thing, it'll pop up and say,
I'm just
do
trying to
you
get to the
want
maps.
to search for gems? Because I've changed her rune crafting, because the rune crafting system is totally different, to gem crafting, and Lavinia can now make jewelry and magical gems, and this is how she gets her gems.
Cool.
I cannot see. Where is that?
It's at the very bottom of the screen.
Very bottom. Okay.
Here, if I zoom out, you'll see where it is.
Okay, why can't I see that
I
on our
can't see it
screen?
either.
You guys can't see these icons?
I think
On your
we have
maps?
a different map than you're showing.
We have a meadow map.
My fault. My fault.
Okay, zoom out.
Did it
Oh,
load
I
it?
see it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so if I double click that, let's see what it says in the notes. Probably nothing.
Whereas mine says,
should
would
be
you...
a single click, and you shouldn't have been able to do anything. Did it even click for you?
Well, Raven Alexium gathered a saltpeter
But he did that from one of his own, didn't he?
just now.
He is, yes, he's gathering.
Okay, good. All right.
Whereas mine says, would you like to mine for gems? And I click on the yes, and nothing happens.
Okay, so that brings us to these lists. So I'm going to post a list of what everybody can do in the journal, so you can see the things that you can do. But some things you can't do. And if you try and click on, for example, if Josephine clicks on the bow, nothing's supposed to happen. Only the rifle, right? If she clicks on the crate, nothing's going to happen, because the crate is for somebody else to search. Everybody has got one specialty that nobody else can do. And this is to encourage you to trade back and forth. Everybody's got two things that everybody can do, then that's herbs and fungus, right? You two can do hunting as well. He's got, Raven's got a couple of alchemy things, alchemy and lore. Lavinia does gems, and Thaddeus does fishing, which there will be a use for them. One of those uses is going to be oil. It's going to be one of the few ways you guys are going to be able to get oil in the future.
Rendering fat from fish. Interesting.
You can find the ingredients you need in 4 ways. First of all, by foraging with the gathering icons for whatever ones you can do. Second of all, by buying them from a merchant. Third, by finding them in a supply crate in a dungeon or some other place that you find a supply crate. And fourth, on a body. It's going to become a situation where you got to click the body and there's going to be a list of loot on the body. Okay? Instead of the way we've been doing it in the past.
Cool.
That way I get all those things set up and then they run themselves and I don't have to constantly find stuff and drag it and find stuff during the game. Okay. So I know this is tedious to go through right now, but you need to know I am 80% of the way to where I want to be. I'm really happy with my workflow. Everything's working good. A couple of other quick small notes for you about changes. Josephine, you own knuckle dusters, but the way they work has changed. They've only got a 10-foot range. Okay. Now, they've lost range.
I assume it's in bludgeoning, like face-to-face combat.
They've lost range because they used to be able to somehow shoot with a knuckle duster. No, screw that. You've lost range, but they knock down. So if you hit and you are successful, you'll knock them down. And if you're critically successful, you'll knock them down and stun them for 2 rounds.
Nice.
Okay. Raven. Scorching Ray used to be one of your spells, and it is now called Blazing Bolt.
Yay.
and it has to do with remaster. Okay, same spell, new name. Okay. Percy, tattoos have been found.
I was interested in that.
So if we look at Dave's list of 8 million things, and I've got many here on, is it on screen behind me? I think it's under lore. Under lore, we have books, we have pamphlet scrolls, and we have tattoos. And I have gathered all the tattoos and found them all. And there might be more coming. Anyways, there are a lot more tattoos for you to find and use in the game. Okay, let's see what else I had on my list of things to tell people. We did that. Okay, last thing is we're just going to get rolling, and I'm going to show you stuff. Yes, you got a question, Jen?
We have mail.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, we were going to do introductions first,
Right, okay.
because people don't know who we are yet.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me straighten my camera too. It's freaking... Am I better there? Okay. Why don't we do introductions, and we'll go around, and this will be the official start. I mean, we're already freaking an
We
hour
have a
in.
clicker.
We'll do a clacker as well. Should we officially get going? Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Aha, here it is. So we're going to do the clack for sound. Okay, and I'll introduce myself. I'm Dave Wildson. This is the Wylders game. Our website is Wildermage, Wildermage, and this campaign that we're playing is The Bounty of St. Iago. And I'm going to pass it on to my left to our resident wizard.
Hello, I'm Glenn the Valley. I'm playing Raven Alexium, and yes, I am a wizard, and I'm squishy, and I'm proud of it.
Squishy and proud. That's great.
I am wow, I really am fish-eyed.
Oh, something wrong with your camera. I don't know what it is.
Aspect
I'm
ratio.
Amanda, and I am in charge of the chat. So don't say anything rude in the chat, or I will ban you. Also, I own several pew-pews.
What are they?
Josephine Smith. Pew pew. And I am the proud owner of a whip and a chain and another whip.
Ooh,
Wait, a whip and a rope and another whip. But yes.
my.
On to Lavinia.
Hi there, everybody. My name is Janice Wildson. I am the wife of this guy down at the other end of the table who's telling us stories. And I am the group's fortune teller and healer. And I do not like undead. And you'll find that that's true. I help rescue them from being undead.
Make them really dead. Ooh. I'm Rob Woodbury, and I'm playing Percy Redfeather, and and I am a ranger, and I have been stricken with a strange ailment in that whenever we are encountering major battles, I become a weird tiger and attack using claw attacks and bite attacks. And I've just learned that I now have the ability to make interesting magical tattoos on people's skin. So I'm going to learn that, and then we will expand our understanding of the tattoo world.
Hello, I'm Ian Little, and I'm playing the part of Thaddeus Poindexter, a traveling medical professional. And there's nothing else extraordinary about me.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing
to
at
say
I am
about
not
this.
extraordinary in any way.
normal.
I will blend into the background.
Dear.
Everybody knows that a traveling medical professional is a common class in all D&D. Everybody, there's a lot. No, that's not the case at all. He's also got some strange, sharp, stabby knives in his
It's just for surgery.
on his body.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
also-
got multiple kinds. Which, by the way, that brings me to
Oh,
Thaddeus's screen. Could you please take it off full screen and go to the Oh, and I apologize for Thaddeus's camera. It looks like we have a defective camera that we're going to have to hard switch out. So we're going to have to do that, hopefully in this off week. Okay, so could you please take me back to Thaddeus's screen and take it off full screen? Okay, that's full screen. So hit the full screen button again to go back. There. I want to point out to you the awesome dagger that is on the frame right below Thaddeus. Isn't that a sexy looking dagger? It took me a long time to make that dagger. See, that's his fillet knife. That was one of his 2 wedding presents right there. See? Okay, there. I just had to show off my graphic.
A gift from his piece of tail.
Funny he should get a filleting knife as a wedding gift to a mermaid.
From a mermaid.
It
Two of
seems
them.
like a
Wow.
flippant gift. Yeah.
It does seem
Very
I would guess that the merfolk probably do actually eat a lot of fish.
okay.
So that would make sense to me that way. Also, while we're still on that screen, there is your Gambler Special. I put it up in the top left corner. See? That's your Gambler Special gun. And is it on the big screen at all? Go have a real close look at the image over there on that screen. Go about 2 inches away and have a look at that Gambler Special and look at the handle.
Pearl handle?
Well, you can like look on your own.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Oh.
No.
He's not looking at it. Do you see it? Do you see the Gambler Special?
Yeah, I see it.
Do you see the pearl handle?
Yes, I do.
And what's engraved on the pearl handle, sir?
I can't tell in this picture.
I can't see it either. I'm zooming in.
It looks like this.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a fist. The right
It's
hand.
the Poindexter.
Oh yeah, I can
Behind
see.
the
I can
arms.
see that. Yeah, the little emblem.
Anyways, just little things I put in. Okay, let's
Thank
go
you.
on with something more interesting.
Dave,
yeah,
may I?
Oh, and should we go on with this now? Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Amanda. Amanda's got something to talk us about.
We have received our first piece of fan mail.
Yay!
So this came from my friend Sugarberries in the United States in Kentucky. Our friend Sugarberries, I should say.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sugarberries.
Thank you,
She's been here
Sugarberry.
with us every week.
She even sets an alarm so that she gets here on
We
time.
appreciate that.
Wow. That's dedication.
I'm having trouble opening it. Anyone got? Oh, there we go. Okay. It's a this.
The little, there we go.
There we go.
His box
It's like a little
lunch.
baggie.
Lunch.
Box lunch.
Box lunch. Paper bag.
Oh. There's a note in here. It is a Meow Shrooms pin.
Wonderful.
Hold it right up to your, see if you can get a little closer to your,
Come on out.
to your camera. You see where your camera is? There you go. There we go.
There
Now we
he
can
is.
see it.
That's good.
Mushrooms. Perfect.
Nice.
So cute.
Lovely.
Isn't that
Lovely.
adorable?
So who's this from again?
Sugar.
This is from Sugarberry.
Oh, thanks, Sugar.
And
Isn't that
this
nice?
says a little hello. Oh, wait. There we go.
From
A
your
little
sugar.
hello from your sugar.
Mwah.
Isn't that
What
very
it says.
nice? Thank
Thank you, my
That's
love.
very kind.
Let's give
Nailed
her a
that
great
all the way
big
to
mwah.
up
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Mwah.
That is our first piece ever of fan mail. And so it shall be immortalized in a...
Absolutely.
My pieces of flair. She said it's for my apron.
Thank you.
Oh, that's cute.
You
Okay.
guys have to have watched Office
Waiting.
Space, right?
And Office Space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pieces of flair. Anyway, sorry for.
And we're ready to go. Are you guys ready to go?
Ready to
Oh,
go?
yeah.
Finally. Thank God, right?
Is it time for a break?
Do you want to have a
All of a
break
sudden.
before we settle in and
Yes.
go?
We
think
probably
that's-
should.
It's a
I
really
guess.
good idea. And then we can get right into the game.
Okay, I'm going to clear the chat log too so I can keep track of stuff. Okay, so we're going to switch then in a moment. We're going to go to Be Right Back, and it is right now, Mountain Standard Time, it's 8:15. I want to be back. Can we be back by 8:20? Or do you guys want more than 5?
A few more than
Well, it's
five.
already 8:16 now.
8:25. We'll be back at 8:25. See you then.
Okey-dokey.
Mountain Standard.
Sorry,
Almost. Yes, we're back. Good. All right. We are going to pick up where we left off during the end of our last game session, which was last Wednesday night. The Wylders had decided to use an unusual form of transportation. And they decided, can I get this guy to crank down just a little bit? Is that too much? No, that's not too bad, eh? Does that look okay?
On
Our
the
screen
TV,
display.
Check. What's happened? Something on our
it
screen?
just says abandoned camp.
Do. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. As I was saying, they were traveling after they met with Monty the Trader, and they decided they wanted to make a lot of time heading north. And it just so happened Lavinia had found in the loot somewhere along their travels a little figurine. It was a little carved elephant mastodon, as a matter of fact, a little carved mastodon. And they used it after they magically identified it to discover it becomes 4 times a month for 24 hours a real mastodon, and they rode that baby south. They have come upon an abandoned camp, and they have stopped. The mastodon comes to a stop as its feet skid, and they notice there's something wrong in the camp. So on the screen, if we zoom in, I'm not going to zoom in the game screen, but I'll zoom in the adventure screen for you. There are things to notice about the camp. There is the body, and it looks to be a female body with laying by the fire, 1 foot in the fire. And there are a few other things around the camp that you can interact with. This is our bit of our learning session. So first of all, any of the green books that you see with the yellow diamond, those are lore search icons for Raven to click on. He'd be the only one should be able to click them. Everybody else click that little green book with the yellow diamond and let me know if it does anything for you, because it should not.
Nope.
Good. Okay. However, over here, beside this pile of wood, there is a crate. Does anybody get anything if they click that crate?
Nope.
Did it work for anybody?
Not yet.
Okay. I might have a problem there. What about the chest that's in the back of that wagon?
Nope.
Broken chest. And we
Broken
can
chest.
loot it.
Can you loot it? Can you open it up?
Well, it says loot, so if I click on loot,
I was able to open the supply crate, but it says I do not have permission to search this.
Okay. Once again, everything in this goddamn program is all about permissions all the time, and I'm constantly dealing with it. So let me see if I can figure out why.
I want some knockout slugs.
Well, you know they're knockout slugs, do you?
Well, I can see what's inside the broken chest. I clicked on it.
Okay, it brought up the list.
I
So-
got it too.
I had to double click.
Yes, the broken chest you had to double click, not single click.
Yeah.
Okay, did everybody able to open the broken chest and look at the stuff? So this is the how chests and crates and other things will often work now, is that they are a loot list of things.
And look, there are empty glass bottles and flasks. Someone was complaining.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
We need
So you
There
guys
are
can decide
several.
what you want to do about all the
All of
stuff in
those.
this chest.
I can double click on the crate as well, and I get a blank that says crate, but there's nothing underneath it.
Didn't you just
Okay.
have it pulled up?
I did. I'm trying to do it again.
So who wants the unconscious Anelida?
Okay, so that's a note to me that I've got to work on the crate, Glenn, to get it to work
The
correctly.
unconscious what?
Because we're going to be having these crates in the future where you find them,
I didn't hear you.
and you'll be able to click on one, and I want it to be able to open, and you can get the
The
stuff.
unconscious gastropods. Knockout slugs.
I want them, obviously. Obviously.
You opened up the knockout slugs. Did you see what they are?
I
Ian, that
without
crate
even
should have
looking, I
opened
knew
for
that they're.
you.
heavily coated
Supply
wads.
crate. Open journal
Oh.
supply crate. That's the problem, is that
They
there's
can
a
only be fired from. Yeah, I
problem
want them.
gatherer. Supplies. Ian, you couldn't see this, what was in the supply crate?
No, I couldn't. I saw a bunch of stuff and it said, "Do you want to search for supplies?" I clicked yes, and it says you do not have permission.
Okay, that's
my
probably the rollable
inventory.
table is not set to you then.
You see, the only one that can search for crates.
Yes, he's the one that he gets to search for supplies in general, because as a rogue, he's always the one snuffling around. So he'll search crates while you get to search books and potions.
Are you
Make
guys
sense?
okay with me taking all of the knockout slugs?
All 2 of them?
Yep.
Sure.
Works for me.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
What the hell? I don't understand why it's doing that to you, Ian, because
Taking the
according to
saltpeter
this,
as well.
you should be able to...
Yeah. So I see
So
the
what are you
supply
doing?
crate
Just
and the
dragging it
list.
over
And when I click the gather
to your
button,
name?
Yeah,
Is that-
it
absolutely.
says user
And may I
Ian
have
lacks
the
permission to
saltpeter?
update item.
Peter?
Sure, why not?
And did Lavinia need some as well?
Okay, I'll figure out what the problem is.
I'm just trying to figure out how.
What item did it won't even tell you what item you got, will it?
No.
Okay, fine. Did you find anything else in the camp besides the crate and the broken chest and the book?
Are we done
You're going to
looting
move the loot
broken
around and
stuff?
decide what you want to do with your loot real
We're
quick?
just. Sorry, it just popped up on the screen and it's going blank. And sorry.
We should take everything from the broken chest.
Mhm.
We can put it in the bag of
Do we
holding.
have torches? There's 5 of them here.
Well, again,
Where's the bag of holding?
Treasure.
okay, so one person should do this. Who's going to do it?
Okay, hold on a second.
I can't see it from your screen.
I can't. I know.
I can't see anything from my
You just
screen
move
now.
it.
It's just disappeared.
Click here and drag.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
And you can scroll down to treasure.
Treasure.
So
Bag of holding.
Now, if you take the bag of holding and you drag it to
we
your
take
bar, sure
the
enough,
torches.
you can make it a hotkey on your bar. Drag that bag of holding over to your hot bar, and you can let go in an empty slot on your hot bar, and then it makes a macro that opens the bag of holding for you.
Oh,
That's handy. You should do
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Now, what you want to do then also is you want to right click on that macro. You want to edit the macro, and then where you see the white book icon, click that and give it, there's a little crosshatch, give it some non-stupid picture, because these pictures suck. I'm going up to give mine a nice looking picture. I'm going to go to containers, and I'm going to go to bags, and I'm going to find me a bag that I like.
Okay, I cannot drag the
I've
bag
been
of holding to macro.
trying-
I can't drag anything.
Oh, okay. So once again, permissions. Permissions prevent you from doing this. So Dave's going to do it instead. What we're going to do is we're going to just remove this macro, and we're going to, actually, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to drag the macro over. Then I'm going to edit the macro. I'm going to go take the script out of the macro, which is this one here. I'm going to copy that, Control C. Then I'm going to go over to the compendium. I'm going to go find our folder called macros. I'm going to take that folder called macros. Everybody go to the compendium and find the pink folder called macros.
Okay, you'll get this at home so you know how to do this.
That's right. You can rewind this 6 times to do it. I'm going to make a macro in here, and I'm going to call that bag of
Where's the
holding.
compendium? Oh, here we go. Compendium.
You're going to want this
Macros.
because you're going to get this macro for yourself out of it. I can't do it for you unless I log into all of you, and I don't want to do that.
Your dog provided macros?
Hold on. I am just making you now your new bag of holding macro. And I'm saving that macro, and I'm giving it a nice picture like we talked about. And I know what picture I want. I want the picture of...
Please tell me it's the picture that you took of the.
That's what I'm going for. And I think it's in here.
Yep, there was one up top left. Is that the bag of holding on the
Right,
left?
There it is, right
There
there.
we go.
Save macro. Okay, so you should be able to find under the macro list in the pink macro folder, probably near the bottom, you're going to find one that says Wilder Macros. Look for Wilder Macros and click it open. It should look like the one I've got on the screen behind me.
I do see it. Oh, there's the bag of holding even.
Now, you've got a number of these macros on your hotbar already. You've got the map of my journal, party journal, and quests. Grab the one called, oh, hey, how come it didn't, my bag of holding didn't update. Hold on. Must have clicked the wrong one. Images, custom,
I must be doing something
portraits,
wrong.
items.
It's the same.
There, okay.
Did
Save
you put
macro.
something sparkly
Anyway,
there?
so you should be able to drag it from there onto your hotbar.
Okay, I was able to do that.
All right. I will follow up the rest of you that put a request
Maybe I
in
need
your
to,
questions for
refresh.
GM. I will follow up then to fix it for you.
Thank you.
All right. You got to put it in your journal though.
I can't scroll down any further.
Oh, you scroll up. No, you're stuck.
Let's go on.
Previously, I could not
So
scroll down.
everything is, I'm watching,
How did we do? Did we
everything-
move everything from the bag of holding?
seems to be because I'm watching it disappear in front of me.
So who's moving it?
Rob
Right.
is.
Okay, all moved.
Okay, good. All right.
Loot done.
You cleaned out the broken chest.
I did.
As you were looking at the broken chest, you notice that there was nothing in it really valuable, practical for you, but anything the valuable apparently has been taken. There were some other broken bottles and a few other things that have been busted open around the chest that have been pulled out as somebody ransacked this. As you're looking around the rest of the camp, you're checking the bloody footprints. What else do you find at the back of the tent? I want to see if this thing works. What happened?
I see an abandoned camp pop out, but there's nothing under it. You have
Yeah,
a
I've
note?
got-
I do not have it.
I've got
So you guys
abandoned-
don't see it?
Nope.
No, we just have a thing that
Abandoned
says
camp.
abandoned camp.
When I was in band camp,
I will get better at making sure these permissions work because this is a pain in the ass to do.
You're designing a video game right now, Dave. It's pretty impressive.
Why? The problem I have is where the hell did I put the... Oh, I know. Dude, I know where I put it. It's in... Stop clicking the abandoned camp for a minute.
Hands off.
Walk away from the computer.
My journal. Oh, no wonder you can't see it. You're brilliant. You're brilliant games master. Put it in the wrong place. Quest. Party. I remember why I did that. Doop. Now it should work. Now when you click it open, what happens? If you click on that little note that's laying there. Do you have anything that you see on the page?
No.
It says abandoned camp.
And it's still blank and white?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what you find. The first thing you notice is that it's a tattered journal. beside the female dead body. Besides that, you seem to find a journal. You look at the journal. Most of it is not readable. It appears to have been kept by someone named Peyton, Peyton. And there are a couple pages that are still eligible there. Now they are showed to you on all of your screens.
See it.
This is the first page that you're able to see.
I've been booted out.
Are you able to read this page?
August 18th, 1779, AA. I have been remiss about doing my daily journal writing, but here is our latest plight. We have decided to turn back from meeting with the
Fae.
Fae after encountering an enchanted bridge. It appears to be the only way across the enchanted
Border stream
for miles, and we could not figure out how to cross without activating the guardians.
Ooh.
Oh
It
my.
appears there's a second page.
Since we have no hope of safely crossing the
Faewoode.
we are forced to travel northeast up and around the Faewoode if I hope to make it to the East Village's coast. I am scared going that way
is too close
to the northern orc country for me. Also, Ciliana says she had a terrible dream last night that a dark soot-covered dwarf was staring at her from off the branches while
from the
slept.
bushes.
Yeah, from the bushes while she slept near the campfire. This was not a good omen.
I'm sorry, a snot-covered dwarf.
He's a snot-covered
He
dwarf.
might be snot covered as well. You don't know yet.
That's going to be a pretty good dwarf quiz. I'm going to use
He's
that one.
covered in snot.
That was difficult for all of us to read. Like, we were all like grinding our eyeballs
I
trying
think
to
it's fine.
figure
No,
that one out.
This was my first attempt at things that you're going to find in the future. You are going to find books and lore in the future that give you stuff. This will also give us a record of stuff to keep track of later on. And they're fun. But I have come up with an improved way to do them a little bit. This was my first try, and I was just using images. In the future, I'm going to try and use images with the text below them, so you can actually read the text besides what's on them. Okay?
No, I think it's
What do you
kind
know
of
now?
cool for us to try and figure it out in a weird script.
It's important for you to remember these. They're going to stay in the journal for you to go back to and look at, because these things, even after, when you skim them your first reading, are going to have stuff in them that might make a difference to you later, or that you care about, and you're going to want to go back and check. Okay, so now you found these notes, and you know something has happened. They turned back from where they were trying to get into the Faewoode, and they've camped here, and now something has happened to the camp. What do you wish to do?
I'm just trying to get back into the game. I got booted.
Are these pages in the journal now?
They should be.
I
now.
think we should investigate the camp, investigate the body, things that we usually do when we come across an abandoned area.
Yes.
But it's been a considerable amount of time since this camp was abandoned.
Yes, they are now under Trader Monty, abandoned camp. The 2 pages of the abandoned camp.
It is.
Oh, we did already find the chest. Is that it?
What about inside the tents?
I think since they have a campfire burning, we should cook the last bit of
Yeah.
food that we
If the
have.
campfire was still going, it can't have been that long.
And you find on the ground, if you were looking closely, you find tracks, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And those tracks,
Going northward.
And
Are
what
moving
kind
away.
of tracks would they be?
it looks to you, well, you want to roll for investigation.
Roll for
Well, actually, it's
investigation.
perception. We don't do investigation.
This map goes on quite a while with those bloody footprints.
16 plus whatever the hell. 10.
You clearly can tell that there are 16 is good enough for tracker Percy to tell that it looks like there are 2 or 3 sets of male tracks.
Okay.
And then there are also some much shorter stride tracks. And you would guess that those tracks are not regular humans. They are smaller people. And they're white. They're very wide, heavy tracks.
Okay.
A couple of them
Dwarves.
are shod boots of some type.
Okay, so the nightmare that they had of the staring dwarves could have been real life. The dark staring dwarf, covered in
Peering at them from
peering
the
at
bushes.
them, covered in snot from the bushes.
So, what do you want to do?
Thank you.
Well, we're going to investigate for. I mean, what else can we do but carry on?
Have we searched the body?
Did we search the body
You don't find anything on the body.
and the tents?
Nothing else in the tents. Everything you found either the lore book, the crate, the broken chest, or the journal. That's
Okay.
it. It's
And
everything
you
you
read
find
the
here.
lore book?
What have we done
Can't
with
yet.
the mammoth?
The mammoth is standing there on the road.
Yep. Time's ticking.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. He's just waiting because he's a magical mammoth. He doesn't even have to go and forage.
Nope. So we need to get back on the mammoth and carry on as soon as possible.
Let's just get back on the mammoth.
Just get back on the mammoth, my friend.
So you're leaving the camp?
I think we have no choice on this one.
And follow the footprints.
Let's follow the footprints, or do we want to keep going the way we're going? Because the footprints look like they go back the other way.
Okay.
The footprints go north. You were heading south.
We're heading south.
Southeast.
So I say we carry on southeast.
Yeah. I mean, we have a reason that we're going.
Yes, that's
I mean,
true. We do have a
it's
mission.
a warning. We've received a warning, I
Mhm.
think, guys. And if we investigate it as much as we can't see it as anything other than a warning.
Fair enough.
Maybe they set a fire and that was the problem. That ticked off the Fae.
That's a possibility. The Fae don't like fire.
Nope.
Dwarves are not part of the Fae, just so you understand.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but we understand that we are approaching the Faewoode and we are not allowed to have fire
So-
within Faewoode. So they're saying that maybe the fire instigated an attack from the Fae
Or the dwarves,
or the dwarves,
if they're evil dwarves.
if they're evil dwarves.
I mean, they could be hob.
They could be hob.
Hob is not a dwarf. You know that, right? He's a Fae. Hob is a species of its own.
But they're smaller.
And there's
aren't
only
they?
one of them left.
Yeah.
Well, shall we carry on then?
Let's carry on, guys.
So you are just ignoring the bloody footprints and you are heading on, continuing for the
I
Faewood?
don't want to follow the bloody footprints. Do you guys want to follow the bloody footprints?
The crusader in me does want to, but at the same time, we are on our own mission.
I do want to follow them because they'd be interesting. What do you think?
Do we not have a limited amount of time to reach the
You only
Fairy
have-
Queen?
Well, that's true.
And we only have the mastodon for so long.
24 hours.
I thought it was 48 hours.
No, 24 hours
24.
times 5, of which we used 1
Times 4.
times 4.
Okay. Yeah, we got to get going.
That's a good point.
We got to get going.
All aboard.
Okay, so you
All
decide to ignore the abandoned camp and continue further south.
Yes.
We mark it on our map, though.
Oh, well, you could do that with the journal. We'll go to the map on the journal and we will zoom in on it and we will find the trail that you are on. Trail doesn't show on the map, but you are just a little bit ways from where you were. You haven't crossed a stream yet. So I'm going to say that, how do I do this? How do I make a mark? I double click. We're going to say that this exclamation point is an abandoned, is a looted camp.
Can we add with bloody footprints?
Bloody footprints around here. You can add whatever you want. Bloody footprints. Okay. Bloody footprints. Anything else you want to say? I'm going to save it there. Boop. And you now have a marker right here. Abandoned camp, bloody footprints. Or looted camp, bloody footprints.
I mean, it would be great if we could suspend the mammoth, like turn it back into itself, but but I guess we can't. We
Yeah,
just
we should
Pause.
just carry on.
Like
the
pause.
yeah,
Yeah.
or
But yeah, time's a ticking.
times to take.
Okay, so you came upon this camp in the evening. It was the very end of the day. So right now it is 11 p.m. Are you continuing on during the night?
Yeah, we'll nap on the mammoth.
I don't know if we can sleep on the mammoth. I couldn't write a
You're
scroll.
wobbling back and forth like this. How far do you want to continue? How many hours?
I'd say another 2 hours, guys, and then we
Another 2 hours would be,
11, so 1 in the morning.
yep.
And if it's that late, it's a good thing we didn't go follow the bloody footprints anyways, because we don't want to encounter anything in the dark.
Fair enough.
Point.
When taken.
Let's
Okay.
keep going then.
So as you continue going, you come to a point where we're going to, what am I streaming? We're going to get a picture up for you guys to look at. We're going to just do something real quick. Images. I don't have any nice splashy images of the Faewoode. I'm going to have to make some of those. So in the meantime, you guys get to have this picture instead. There, we're just going to put that behind us. And we're going to see where you go. As you are riding on your mammoth, eventually, and it is now 1 in the morning, 1 p.m., just as you're considering trying to stop.
Can we change the screen on the TV?
Yes, we can. By the way, let me... we're going to change...
Did everyone notice, by the way, on Dave's left shoulder, he has an angel pixie sitting there.
There we go.
So she's always, wait, not always. I'm looking at him now. She's not always in frame, but she's always there.
I'm going to move
on
this
his
around
shoulder.
a little bit like this and zoom it in. You end up, and you were over here by this rock with your mammoth. I did not expect this.
You thought we were going to follow the bloody footprints, didn't you?
So you're there with your mammoth. Here, let me put you all in
In our circles?
there. So you're all there. And ahead of you, you see a... What happened? A bridge. This is what you see. We've got it up on the adventure scene.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That looks amazing.
It's a different time of day. It's a little darker. I can't change the the time of day in my
in
my images.
Twilight or sunset hours. Sunset before twilight.
Give it
Golden
a couple of
hours.
hours. It'll be sunrise.
So between the game map where you kind of see what's around you as far as your environment goes, there is obviously a stream and a bridge, and this is your scene where you're standing looking forwards towards the bridge. What do you wish to do?
I suggest we back away from the bridge in case there's anything coming out of it, and then set camp for the night.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I was going to say, let's camp here for the night, have our last cooked meal.
Well, we can't light a fire.
No.
We can't light a fire within Faewoode.
You're not in the Faewood yet.
Neither was the other camp. They lit a fire and look what happened.
That
Attracted
doesn't. That's
attention.
not necessarily the reason why they got attacked.
But they could have attracted attention with fire. Do we want
Fine.
to attract attention?
Let's just eat the fish jerky we have.
And make it sushi. Dried fish.
Okay,
Yum.
so let's camp then.
Mom knows how much I love sushi.
Well, all right.
A general
It's
aversion.
like, this is me loving sushi.
Yeah.
And this is her.
Oh, so when I sent the
Okay,
pictures of
so
sushi-
you're making a camp.
Yep.
And let's assume I'm not going to make a real campfire on the screen right now. What I'm going to do is just find out, what do you want to do about setting watches? Right now it is 1:30 in the a.m.
Okay,
So who's going to take first watch?
I can do it.
And who's going to take second watch?
I'll do it.
And who's going to take third watch? 3 watches as usual. Go ahead, Percy, roll for your watch. Everybody else is settling down to go to sleep.
16.
Let's have the 360 cam, please, or the Wilder bunch.
Yeah.
Wilder.
The Wilder.
How much did you roll?
16.
16. So as you are sitting there, and you're there until 4 in the morning, it's pretty quiet. It doesn't seem to be any noise, nothing coming or going. You think once that you hear some rustling and jingling, and think that you catch some peering eyes looking at you from down the road, on the edge of the road, some bushes, behind some bushes, the way that you have come. But there isn't any other indication other than that.
Okay.
And
Next watch. Thaddeus.
11 plus 9, it's 20.
11 plus 9 is 20. While Thaddeus is on watch, why the hell would they be broken? Well, this ain't good. I guess we'll just do this then. While Thaddeus is on watch, you rolled a total of 20?
Yep.
As you're watching, all of a sudden, trying to sneak through the bushes and get behind you, and you catch him, is a small, black, dirty-looking dwarf who is attempting to attack you, but he does not take you by surprise. Roll. You roll a 1.
Oh no.
So he does take you by surprise.
Oh, no.
He rolls to hit. And with a 15, let's see what he does. Plus 9 for hit. No, that's it. That's not his to hit. His hit is plus 12. So that's a 26. He beats your thing, and he gets within not too far a distance, and all of a sudden he throws something. And a little orb sails through the air, and it hits you.
Nimble dodge.
Your nimble dodge worked for increasing your armor class to 24 from 22.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
It does not help you beyond that.
How,
Too bad we
how-
can't do
how
let's
soon
try
is
that
this
again with
to my watch? Like, am I waking
your
up
other
and
roll.
stumbling
You know,
upon
your-
this?
Dave.
Just a minute. I am trying to figure stuff out. As this thing hits you, it explodes in fire and it burns you for 12 points of damage. Plus 1 point of damage that splashes on the ground around you. At the same time, all of a sudden, there's a bellow from the forest. And a whole bunch of black little figures come running out to attack you. More of these little bombs come out as well. That's not the right thing. Let's find out. Yeah, it's 2d4s. I need 2 of those.
So he couldn't have done his let's try it again and
Well, he
roll.
does-
We're getting attacked by a bunch, like an army of little
He rolled a 1.
weird things.
A bomb hits Percy as he's laying down and does 6 points of damage to him and burns him.
Thaddeus?
Percy or Thaddeus?
Percy. Percy is sleeping.
I am
Oh,
sleeping.
wow.
So I am struck. And 6 points of damage, you say?
Yes. A bomb hits Josephine, who is also sleeping, and does 8 points of damage.
Gross.
And a bomb hits Raven and does 12 points of damage. Roll for initiative.
Bomb didn't hit me at all.
And there was no bomb that hit Lavinia.
Well, that's good because I'm going to
Now
be
I
busy
got a
healing. Now you got a 20.
That's because you're already in their faces. Makes sense. But your initiative would be first. Let's flip this. Here. I rolled an 18.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to shut that off. Sorry about that, but I'm going to go back and put that back on because this is where you are.
Oh, wait. We're probably going around the table for rolls.
I am just making the... See, I wasn't ready for this. Come on. Okay. There, I put everybody in it. It worked. Oh, thank God. Finally, damn it. There should be a lot of dice hitting the table now. Yep.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay. So,
oh, that's how many there were? A good 9 of them, you were saying?
1, 2, 3, 4. What initiative did you have, Raven?
26.
Do. What about you, Josephine?
It'd be 30, including my initiative bonus.
It would be helpful if I could scroll this up and drag at the same time. 30?
Mm-hmm.
Right up at the top. And Lavinia?
23.
Lavinia takes that spot there. And Percy?
27.
Percy's right up at the top of the list. And Thaddeus?
Natural 20 plus 9. 29.
29.
29.
Right up there.
Oh.
Josephine is the first to respond.
Mm-hmm.
And what does she decide to do? These are the figures I am going to... Oh, hold on. Sorry, you can't see it on the map. I got to move the map. Boop. This is where you were camped, was around the runestone that's there.
Mhm.
And these are the figures. We're going to move you guys camped around the runestone. I can't. I gotta. Do. You guys are around that runestone like that, more or less. Your mammoth is still there, standing off to the side, just kind of minding his own business and not doing
Okay,
anything.
these are the little guys here.
Those are little guys there. Now you'll notice that there's some of the tokens are just a default white face, and it's because I just discovered they were broken. I didn't know that because I didn't expect to be making this encounter, but that's okay.
I am going to Josephine style hop to the top of this rock.
Here we go. These are the wee fellas. Here, let's take these, and if you can reach them. Oh, not that cut. Let me get the rest of them out. Out of the book of the creatures of air. There's another one. There's another dwarf.
Lovely dwarves.
You can plainly see that they're all very dirty, disheveled dwarves with long, stringy black hair. Oh, sure, now my light comes on. You're a little late. Sure enough, that's a dwarf too, isn't it? You need more? How many did I give you?
One more, I think?
There should be 6.
Yeah, 6, we have 5.
This little fella here. There you go. They come running at you. And now Josephine has to decide what she's gonna do.
Josephine, with her first action, scurried to the top of this rock.
Okay, that's one action. 2 actions left. She whips out her whip.
Gonna whip it good.
And who's she targeting?
All of them. Just a wailing whip across. Let's try to slash them all.
Are they too
You
far
can't
away,
hit them
though?
all.
They're too far.
I don't think you can multi-strike with your whip.
Fine. Just the one closest to me then.
The other ones are out of your reach anyways. But you can attack the one that is closest to you.
Yeah.
And you roll to hit with your whip. See if you hit him.
I thought my idea was cooler. Just saying.
It was.
Very cool idea.
Yes, I know. I rolled an 11, and then my, let's see, my actions.
You get a plus 12, which is giving it the strike a total of 23, which hits.
And the damage would be 3d4.
3d4 plus, and then we'll add 2 bleed to that. You know, I thought that idea of 3d4 was a good idea, but now I think I'm going to give you 1d12 because 3d4s is a pain in the ass.
Plus 4.
You can roll the 1d12 if you want.
6. Plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 2. 9.
You do 9 points of damage as it slashes him across the face, and you hear him go. I should make that the right way.
And with my third move, I will wind my whip back up.
Very
Make it
good idea. Wind your whip
ready
back up.
for the next move.
The next move comes from one of our broken ghostly.
Look at him.
I wonder if that happened because it added the names to them and screwed it up. But that's okay. We'll fix him as we do it. Josephine is now on top of the rock.
Mm-hmm.
This one stops what he's doing right where he is. And all of a sudden, he casts he takes an action. All of a sudden you hear a rumbling, rumble. And this big rolling boulder comes crashing out of the woods towards the group. It just misses the boulder that you're on, and it is going to hit. It's going to roll over Thaddeus and Raven. You need to do reflex saves.
Oh, shoot.
$23.
23.
Nice
You
reflexes,
both
guys.
beat the reflex save. You leap out of the way, and the boulder continues on. Oh, Lavinia's in the back. Lavinia, and I will roll for the mammoth. Ooh.
Ooh, 6 plus
Ma-
whatever my.
Mammoth is 9, and you are 6. The boulder hits you. And the boulder does apparently a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boulder does 13 points of damage to you. The boulder also hits the mammoth, and instant that the boulder touches the mammoth, book, he vanishes.
Dang it.
And your mastodon is now demastodonified. You have 3 more times you can use them during this month.
He's a mastagon.
He's a mastodon. Oh, good one. That was very good. Excellent job.
Vacated.
It becomes Thaddeus' turn.
I'm going to use my pearl handle skeleton knives.
Who are you targeting?
That one.
The one that's closest to the rock?
Yep.
Okay, so you target him.
Plus 14 strike. Roll the 15.
You
Plus
hit him.
14.
You hit him, no problem.
Okay, and the damage is 1d6 plus 1 piercing, 1d4.
You're throwing one of your pearl-handled knives at him?
Yeah. Six damage.
Hit him for 6 damage, and you see it protruding out of his chest, and he looks down and he's like, "Raw!" Next, it becomes another one of the dwarfs' turns. Which dwarf is it? Close all these screens. I need a big screen. Where is it? The sacred Stonecaster's turn. And you see another one of these giant boulders. You hear it crashing through the woods. And this guy,
Which guy is this?
it
In which
is...
direction is the boulder going?
Where's my little reachy tool? I got one. We are now talking about the guy that's got the little swirl around him right there.
Which guy cast the last one or the previous one? The
I don't
boulder came
remember.
from somewhere.
It just came out of nowhere.
It came through the
What
bushes.
direction did it come
Direction, but
from?
we didn't know which
It came
direction.
rolling from there that way.
Okay.
I keep on hitting my camera. Sorry, camera. All right, that'll be close enough. This time, when he casts the boulder and he has it roll, it comes from the far edge out of the trees, because there are 3 people lined up that it's going to try and hit. And the first one is Thaddeus and Raven and Lavinia. All try reflex saves again, please.
I'm not getting down off this rock. I feel like I'm the safest person right here, right now.
Natural 20 plus 13.
Misses. I
28.
mean, your success. Your reflex saves.
28. 16.
Your reflex
plus
is a
12.
success.
Hmm?
Lavinia, how was yours?
6 plus whatever my.
And another one hits Lavinia. The rock hits Lavinia again. Three, 4, 5. And this time it does 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
Well, 50 minus 12, so
38.
it's
And
about half hill.
that is the end of that caster's turn, and it becomes Percy's turn.
Okay.
Well, you guys are like interspersed with them. Every other one. Boop, 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 boop.
So I would like to pull out stabby stab, Bowie knife, and my tomahawk, and charge towards this guy. So it take 1, 2 steps. I guess that's 10 feet, and engage this guy with my Bowie and hatchet with twin strike. So the twin takedown is what it's called.
Right. So you
Right.
hit him with twice.
And
with
yeah,
each weapon, right?
well, yeah. So
4
it's-
quick whacks.
It's actually takes only 1 turn.
1 action, 4
To-
quick whacks.
2.
Sorry, see quick wax again.
Yes, but
1,
twin
2.
takedown. Oh, 1, 2. Right. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
So
2.
it's
You're right,
2
buddy.
strikes during 1 turn.
That's correct.
Okay.
Can someone please say quick wax again?
Quick whacks.
Quick quack, paddywhack.
Dig a dug a bone. All right.
Okay, I've fixed these guys' tokens too, by the way.
21. And that one's not enough. Okay. So first one was 21.
Hits.
And the second one was 13, so it doesn't hit. Okay, and it is, where the hell are we? I think it's 1D, where are we? 1D8 or 1D10? Come here, you. Actions.
I named your things now. It's Percy's tomahawk. and
Percy's tomahawk,
bow.
Percy's
Bow knife. Damage is 1d6 plus 3. Now, basically 1d6 and 1d4
Yep.
on both of them.
Okay.
So you hit with one of them. Doesn't matter which one. It's a roll a d6 and a d4.
Okay.
And then you get a plus 3 points of extra slashing on top of that.
So that's 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Plus
As-
4,
As
right?
you slash him, you see this big rent open in his
10.
shoulder, and you see him pretty unhappy and enraged about it. 8 points of damage.
Oh, that was 8 on the dice. So you said there was a 4, there was more?
So that's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Okay. And it
I
looks
have one
like
more
his,
turn.
one of his arms is badly wounded. Go ahead.
One
What's
more
your
turn.
next turn?
My next turn is one more whack with the tomahawk.
Okay.
So-
Roll to hit.
Yeah. And, what's my penalty on second hit?
You are allowed. You're
okay,
with your tomahawk. It's a plus. It's a plus 9.
plus 9, so
It's pretty.
that would be
decent,
actually that would be 22.
That'll hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same.
And again, D64.
D64. 5 on the dice, plus 2,
Plus 3.
plus 3. So 5 plus 3, so
8.
8. Yep. Mother plus bucket.
Okay, so he is pretty heavily wounded. This one that's been right in the forefront of all of this.
Right.
Another one standing in the back at this time. What has he got on him for weapons? He has got a boulder rolling. Boulder, boulder, boulder. See that boulder rolling? This boulder, because Percy has moved into view of where he is. Nope. That's a line of sight issue. Percy is directly behind it. The only ones he can see is he's got to roll this boulder. He's got to roll it right between Raven and Lavinia. Roll reflex saves.
13.
That's pretty
This
good.
boulder,
actually.
Lavinia is able to get out of the way of.
That's pretty good.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you did it.
I rolled
Yay.
a 2, but I'm going to.
And all of a sudden, Raven, who's now going to get trampled by a boulder, cast Chronal Shift. And
Chronal Shift. And he rolls a 9 plus 12.
to catch that, that's the sound spells make now. They make this sound.
Sorry, that's a reflex, right?
So
Plastic,
21.
it won't.
You rolled
Reflex, right?
9 plus 12, right? So
So
21.
it's actually 11.
Flex, reflex.
9 plus 11.
Reflex. Yes.
No.
So
Your total
So 20.
is
20.
your total is 20,
That's right.
and the boulder hits you.
Serious?
Yes, because the reflex is higher than that. The reflex DC.
Ooh,
That's unfortunate.
very important.
All of you have beat that,
Yeah,
except when you did get hit.
when we did. Yeah.
And that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 6 is 20 points of damage to Raven
Ow!
as the boulder hits him hard. It's 5d6. All these other rolls were you got really lucky because it was low dice. That's the end of his cast. He has finished with his boulder, and it becomes Raven's turn.
Do something, Raven.
Okay, so I pull out Fireball.
Thank goodness.
Fireball!
Hey, fireball.
I need to know how big a 20-foot burst is.
We are going to give you a 20-foot burst with a measuring thing. And here it is. Do, do, do. There is 20 feet.
Fireball.
Well, I
How
don't
many actions? Does it take all 3 actions?
know.
I think
It's
it's two.
Okay, hop up with me on this rock, for example, if I wasn't metagaming.
Well, you could call out to him during a turn. Get up
During
here.
your
It's
turn.
not my turn.
Okay, whatever.
Can I get to that rock and climb up in one move?
Yes, I'll say you. Well, you're going to
Where is
have
he?
to do
He's
an
here.
athletics check to see if you can jump up.
So 5, 10,
Like,
15,
honestly, the
20.
best thing that you could do is if you don't want to roast Josephine, you can get these 4 in the back. That's the best you can do. You can't get the one off to the left-hand side. See where I put it?
Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll cast Fireball on those 4.
Or in the back.
From my bird's eye view, I'd say that's your best shot. Anything else you do, Josephine gets roasted. You're just going to have to miss the other 2.
Person as well.
So they are all trying a reflex save, correct?
Yep.
Now I
They
notice
are.
that there's a change to the way Fireball works based on the way we played it last time. And what's going to happen with your Fireball?
It's a basic reflex save.
Right. But the way the reflex save works is, I looked this up. Shit, I should have written it down.
So if it's a critical success, my understanding, if it's a critical success, that's they don't get hit. If they get a success, it's 50%. If it's a failure, it's full damage. That's my understanding. And if it's a critical failure, it's double
Correct.
on a basic.
That's
reflex.
correct. Yeah, you're right about that. Okay. I'm not rolling the right key for this.
And my
First one,
my difficulty is
7 gets hit.
21.
Second one, 12. And what's your DC that they've got to beat?
21.
12. Does the next one beat it? I guess I need the right tool. What's his reflex? Flex. He does not beat it.
Yes.
Next one is a 16 and does beat it for sure. And last one is a 14 and beats it as well. 2 of them get hit.
Nice.
And they take regular full damage, correct?
If the other 2 succeeded or they critically succeed, because if they succeeded, they take half damage.
They only succeeded. They did not critically succeed.
Okay, so it's a 66.
6d6, boys and girls.
They've been throwing rocks.
Roll high.
Let's hope
They're
so.
throwing boulders at us. We got to throw some fire at them.
I think we're not in the Fae.
This is why we keep Squishy around.
Squishy is very useful in this particular instance.
All right. Let's see how many little dwarves I can roast.
Bowling for rope.
Let's see. So there's 12, and that's another 14 is 16, 26. Right?
Yeah, you're 66 added up to 26. Yes.
Okay.
You know, I can never keep this shit in my brain. And so what we discussed just goes right out.
So
By the way, I found myself a GM screen, like a virtual one,
Oh, nice.
which I
Nice.
thought was kind of nice. I just don't know enough to use it real quick.
So
for
two of them
things.
get full and two of them get half.
You get
And of course, I type in
26,
reflex and it does come
26,
up.
13, 13,
Right.
or whatever.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to apply that damage to them. And that is
Burned dwarfs.
7.
Burned,
Barbecue
grubby
dwarf.
dwarves. They're dirty.
And lucky
burned.
for you, none of them have resistance. Or perhaps unlucky for them, none of them have resistance. Would be the other two were 20 what? 26?
My spell
26.
token.
13.
13, 13, or 26, 26, right?
26,
Yeah.
26, 13, 13.
So 20, 50. Okay, that guy's good. Next guy. Same thing. Next guy. 13. Okay.
And I use my remaining action to try and jump onto that boulder as well. And if I can't, then I'll hide beside it.
Roll for I'm going to say acrobatics, actually. It's not that you have to pull yourself climbing, you have to jump.
Okay, acrobatics. It's a plus 12. And I rolled a 17.
You jump up
Total.
and you are standing on the boulder.
Okay.
Do.
Still get hit by a rock probably, but what the hell?
Boom.
I
Crikey.
mean, they can still throw them at us, but
Yeah.
they won't. They can't bowl them at us.
Yeah.
It's like bowling for dwarfs, but us.
Well, and the nice thing is that the rock is blocking anything rolling from this direction. So the boulders will have to roll from this direction. And they could hit this guy.
Well, we don't know that boulders
go.
can't have projectile as well.
Yeah, we don't know if they're off the ground. We think they're just rolling for now, but who knows?
You see me roll.
We'll find out.
First thing you see is that one of the guys who appears to have been the leader moves forward one pace like this, and he bellows into the air, "Hurrah!" And he takes a great big war maul that he's holding, and he smashes it into the ground. And as he does, you see this wave roll out over top of all of the other dwarves around him. These are Duergar dwarves.
Okay.
All right. All of the other Duergar that are around him. And as you see that hit them, all of a sudden you can see they buff up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And after he's done that action, he then decides that he is going to attack Josephine.
Oh, dear.
So he continues moving, and he takes a swing at Josephine. He's not right on top of her.
I'm up on a
I know.
Okay.
All right. He's going to reach with his thing and try and swing and hit you in the legs with this thing.
How high is the
Ankle
boulder?
biter.
The boulder is about, I'm going to say the boulder is about 5 feet high.
And how tall is he?
And he's 3 feet high.
Okay.
And he's got a war hammer that is 3.5 feet long
Yeah.
with a big ass head on it. So if he can hit feet with it, that's all he can reach.
It's got a Warhammer 40,000.
So he's going to roll to hit and see if he can do it. Boom. And he ends up hitting with a +4. So he ends up doing damage, and that damage is a total of, God, you're lucky, 7 points of damage.
So I'm down to 38.
You have to roll to see if you're able to remain standing, or if it knocks your feet out from under you.
Oh, I thought you said he already did the damage.
Yeah,
I'm still rolling.
you've
He's
got to see if you can stay standing.
Yeah. Or if he knocks you
Wait.
down.
I need this one. Thank you.
This is going to be a fortitude save. So you have got a fortitude. You've got to add to it, and I'll tell you what your fortitude is if that'll help you.
My fortitude, I can figure that on my own. I'm pretty sure.
It's 10.
And so in total, that's a 13.
You're able to stay standing.
Wow.
You are not prone.
Wow. Phew.
What the hell happened here? I accidentally hit the wrong button and lost my screen. Okay,
Here's a-
so let's get out of that. Okay, he hits you. That's the end of his turn. And after he is done his turn, Raven's done his. Lavinia, it becomes your turn.
Okay, it's time to cast some magic missiles.
All right, which one are you hitting with magic missiles?
What's closest to me?
That one that Thaddeus is pointing to, the one that's right in front of Percy.
Okay, that's the one in front of Percy. I don't want to get Percy in the process.
Magic missiles go around corners. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, so I'm casting magic missile against that badass.
Are you moving?
Actually, from where they are, it's almost equidistant to that one or this one.
Okay, who's the one that was just throwing the boulder around? Then let's do that.
That's
the
one who
leader.
just attacked.
Let's do the leader.
You don't have to roll to hit. You just have to roll for damage. Magic missiles, you're casting 3 of them, or you're standing still.
Yeah.
And are they heightened or anything like that?
They probably are. Let me just go back to my...
So they're a first rank spell. If you want to heighten it with a number 2 spell slot,
So I
you'll
shoot
get
one...
4 spells.
Yeah, I get
Give me a level 2 spell slot.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 with each additional action. That's 6 missiles.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a spell slot and roll 6 d4s.
You see, we just happen to have some D4s ready.
Mm-hmm.
So she casts the spell.
Do you have 6 of them?
Oh, it doesn't sound as good when there's one in there.
4, 3.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have 6 of them.
So 2, 4, and 3.
4
She
plus
casts the
2,
spell.
9, 10,
Oh, it has a
9,
buzz with it in there.
12, 15, 16.
16 points of damage plus 1 is 17 points of damage. She does to that guy. As they all go into him, and you see all these little blue darts sticking out of him. And he is at that many. Okay, that's the end of your turn. You can't do anything else. It becomes one of the Duergar's turns, and it's the one that is right beside Raven, who is standing on the rock. He looks up at Raven, who is right beside him. Percy's right in front of him. Percy was the one that was dealing with him. He can't really reach Raven, but he can reach Percy, and he decides he's going to take a big swing with a giant maul that he's got at Percy. So he goes to strike Percy. And he critically hits Percy.
No.
Yeah, he critically hits
Where's that
Percy.
weird tiger when you need him?
Well,
I don't think he did. Let's have a re-roll on that.
All right. So chronal shift happens. And he winds back and he takes another swing at him. And this time when he strikes him, he misses him.
yes. Thank you. Saved my butt. Saved my furry tiger butt.
And he looks, he's like, he doesn't want what's happening there.
What's
and you hear
going
him
on?
muttering in some guttural dwarven language. And he tries another swing. And he misses critically this time.
Oh.
Swings around. And let's see if he's even able to stay on his feet as it happens.
Sore loser.
Yes, he's able to stay on his feet. Nice high 17. He stays on his feet, no problem. He has got one action left, and he decides that he is going to try and step away. And so let me see, what else has he got here? Iron Mind. Okay. So he decides that he's going to step around the rock and hug it closely with just the step action, so that he is out of line of sight of a couple of the other players. And then that becomes, there's one more here. One more guy, man. And this guy, where is he? He's there. He's got a perfect line of sight of Raven and Percy and Thaddeus. And he decides to lob. He decides to lob a bomb. So from where he is, he doesn't move. He throws this. You see this bubbling green flask flying through the air. He's going to try and hit Percy with it. So Percy's the target, and he goes to hit him. And he hits him. And the damage is 1 point of damage. No, sorry, 2 points of damage. And a third point of damage, 3 points of damage, and Raven takes 1 point of damage. Splash damage.
What's the
And
substance?
it is
It's just
acid
like,
burning them.
oh,
Mm.
like no persistency
It
or
apparently
anything
it was
like
an
that?
acid flask that breaks. And
But a weak
And
acid.
which I was that through.
the guy that threw it, what did I just do with the... Is this feller back here?
That guy. Okay.
That's the guy that threw it.
Can we throw baking soda on them and see what happens?
See if that saves them.
Do we
They
still
take the
have
damage
egg?
of as the acid instantly hurts them, and it becomes.
Well, we have flour and eggs. No, we sold it.
No,
No,
baking
you
soda
didn't.
and
Oh, yeah, you
baking
did.
soda
You
and
did. You
vinegar
did.
makes like a volcano.
I get it.
Yeah.
But
It would
I
just
was
be funny.
thinking we don't have baking soda.
Josephine, it's your turn.
We did it one time. with
Thaddeus,
chalk.
you're after the next monster. Josephine, and then Thaddeus, then Percy.
And
What would
chalk
you
is
like to
highly
do?
basic.
Q.
Which one are you
Where's
shooting at?
the music coming
Q.
from?
Q.
Those two?
Mhm.
With both of your peacemakers? Roll to hit.
Coming out of the TV.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Did that go away?
Is that my TV?
Yeah.
Oh, that's music from the thing. Hold on.
With
from the
the
thing.
left Q,
I
I
gotta shut
roll
that off.
Thank you.
a 7.
Mm.
Well, that misses.
I know. Just looking for my revolvers here.
What's your strike on your revolvers? 13?
I'm just looking for it right now. 13, yeah.
Miss.
My left misses, so that would be this guy here.
Okay. Shoot with your right.
My right also misses.
Okay.
No.
So,
Yeah.
pow, you fire off your first 2 shots. You
Did I
have
at least
two more
scare them?
actions.
Mm.
No, they don't look phased at all.
I have 2 more actions?
You have
Yeah.
2 more actions. You're standing on the boulder, aren't you?
Okay.
No, you have 1 more action. Sorry, because that's pow. That's 2 actions.
How is 2 actions?
Wait, I don't
With
know if it
my-
is. I think she has a special ability.
Didn't she have a double strike as well?
She has a double strike as part of her.
I think pew pews is like 1 action. Like
Yeah, I
because I'm
think
able
it
to-
might be. Check your skills under your special abilities. Your feats.
My feet.
Check your
your
feats
feets.
because they stanky. need to trim your toenails because your feet is getting overhauled.
What'd you do with the next hit? What'd you roll?
I rolled an 18.
You hit.
I know. But I don't
Good.
know.
I like it when they know.
But I don't know. So that would be with the left again.
Yeah.
And it
All
would
right.
be this guy right here.
All right, roll the damage on that peacemaker then. The total damage on that peacemaker is it's a
What's your
1d8
attack?
and a 1d4.
And what's your attack with your peacemaker?
She hit that time with the peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
1d8,
right.
1d4.
1d8, 1d4. Why
What?
are you laughing? What happened?
You'll see.
Okay. Mm, 10. 7 and a 3.
And I think you get a little bit of bonus on that. You just get 1 point. So you get 1 point. So you did 11 points of damage to this guy.
Cool.
He has been undamaged up until now. So that is that. And you hear him howl, howl in the back. Say some kind of curse in Dwarvish.
I changed my HP to 38 and it went back to 45. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Oh,
And it becomes guilty Duergar Bandit's turn.
Guilty Duergar Bandit.
Guilty Duergar Bandit looks about, knowing that he's cast his boulder and he can't do it again. He's got does he have spells? No, he's got a staff. And he decides, what's this thing right here? What's that say? Okay, fine. He decides it's time to approach. So he actually approaches and he goes 5, 10, 15, 20. He gets to there. Then he attempts with a second turn to climb the dwarf beside him. Give me an hand up, would you? And he slips and he falls back. No! The other guy won't help him. So he's like, and he takes a swing at you with the end of his staff. He's going to target Josephine, and he's going to try and hit her with his staff. And he hits her all right. And he does
another ankle biter.
another smash in the ankle, and it is 8 points. With the end of his staff smashes you. And you have to roll to see if you stay standing. And you're rolling with disadvantage this time. This is 2 in a row.
May I, Dave, draw your attention to the screen here? Because I can't deal with that, but someone has to. We've
Oh,
got a
it's
spammer.
somebody promoting something. It's
It's
a
a
spammer.
spammer.
Yeah, can we knock him out?
Hello, buddy. I'm a bot doing bullshit on Kick. I was wondering if you could block me or something. Oh, might be able to.
Yeah.
I don't have any bots on Kick. I'm going to have to do that.
Mm.
I never thought about that, but with Restream, can I do anything to him? I can't do anything to him right now.
Okay.
He's going to stay there. I'm going to have to get a bot on Kick that kills spammers on Kick.
Okay.
Okay. So how'd you do? Doesn't look good. Are you happy?
I rolled
Not-
a 4.
You rolled a 4.
Oh.
You are prone.
Ah.
That's all. Just prone though. No more damage or any of that other stuff.
Lay down, Sally.
That's right, Josephine.
My name is Joe. Thank you very
Lay
much.
down, Josephine. Rest here in my arms.
It becomes Thaddeus' turn.
That is.
Percy, you're going to be after another Duergar bandit.
Okay.
His song was about his dog.
Oh, so was Mandy
Up
apparently.
there, so that I can shoot my knives.
You are advancing to there. Oh,
And you
back
can
up a little
fire
bit.
the.
Close enough.
Yep.
Where are we? Who are you shooting at?
This guy.
Yep.
This guy. As you get there, and
With
you're
the
going to shoot
pearl
that
hilt.
guy with a pearl hilt handle.
Did we set any timers?
I don't know.
We
What
did
time is it
not.
now?
21?
9:44
9:44?
21.
21.
misses.
21 misses? Don't you have like super duperness?
And 17 plus 9.
Do you get 9 on your second one? That would make
26.
sense.
Yeah.
Hits.
So the damage.
Get that dwarf.
Get him. Get him.
Get
Doing
him.
good.
Get him good.
Make him pay.
Make him blowed up.
Cut him off at the head.
The ones that throw the bottles, they have really high armor classes, as you know, because that's what he's attacking.
6 plus 2.
8,
8.
and you get a little bit of bleed on it, don't you, or something?
Got a little bit of bleed on that.
How much is it? What is it?
Yeah.
These are gold dagger damages. Is the cat out? The cat wants in.
It says 1d4 bleed.
1d4 bleed is what it says.
All right, roll a d4 for the bleed, please.
I did. That's.
Oh,
Yeah. I counted that in.
okay. So
Oh,
it was a
Larry,
total
your
of 6.
slaves have answered you.
Right.
Sorry, say
8.
again. I'm
8.
trying.
It was 8.
It was 8.
All right, I'm gonna just take that off this guy. Okay, and
Duergar.
I've been trying all night.
Duergar.
long to talk to you.
Do I have one action
yeah,
left?
you have another action. Absolutely.
Okay, battle assessment.
Actually, do you have 2 actions? Oh no, you moved. Okay, your battle assessment.
Yeah.
And when you do battle assessment, I always have to go read. I can never remember this stuff. Luckily, it's already on here. When you do your action of battle assessment, you do the strength and weakness, secret perception check, and against the deception, you choose 1. I rolled a 1 perception check. See what that means. Chooses 2 of the following pieces of information to tell you. Resistance. Okay, so you want to know about this guy? You get to know as much as I can tell you about him.
Which one?
He's obviously the one that you were assessing, the one you went to hit just now, right?
Well, I thought generally as a group, but sure. I'll
All
go
right.
with just
You know
one guy.
about this one particularly and generally as a group. What you know is that the ones that are ranged have very high armor classes. The ones that attack with the mauls do not. They have medium armor classes, lower than your own. You notice they're all carrying warhammers, though. And they really don't like, clearly you can see that they've got very pale skin and weak eyes. That's what you know about them. Clearly there's something that they're susceptible to light. Okay? And that becomes the next. And the next one is the one who you just... where is he?
Hey guys, they're very light
The one
sensitive,
beside.
if that helps.
Speaking of dwarves, I just learned from a friend who I've recently met who's Welsh. He lives in Wales. He's teaching me a lot about Wales, and I was telling him how I was watching Indiana Jones this past couple days, and he says that I forget the name, but the Arabic fellow is actually played by a Welshman who also is the
Gimli.
dwarf. Yes, Gimli.
Yes,
Yes. I never knew these things. I assumed that
John Rhys
they
Davis.
were
John Rhys Davis.
Yes. I assumed that they were different people.
No.
No. They are not.
He's the master of the sea.
That's him. Okay, so
But he's very Welsh.
He also did the voice of Treebeard.
Yes.
realizing that the fireball makes them vulnerable, the one of the ones in the back has run up, used his action, and he's literally run into the melee throng. And he is now, you see I moved his token, he's now between all the 3 of you as enemies, and he is going to try and take a whack at Thaddeus with his maul.
The one in the front of the stone, I think, right?
That one, yes.
That one?
That's the one.
Okay.
He's going to try and take a whack at you with his maul. He's got a big stone
At
maul.
me or Thaddeus?
At Thaddeus.
At
sorry.
Thaddeus.
So he targets Thaddeus. And
Does nimble dodge apply?
Nimble dodge is already always active because it is 2 points of armor class.
Armor
oh my
class.
God, how many times I have to say it?
As many times
but
as
it's like
it
really
takes.
cool to say nimble dodge.
I
He
nimble
hits
dodge.
you
I
with,
would like to nibble
with
those.
7 points above that because your armor class
Yeah.
of 25 he beats.
Ow.
So he then, with his damage, these things have pitiful damage. It sucks. Hits you for 8 points of damage. That's pitiful.
Pitiful.
It is considering the stuff you guys are dishing out. Okay, those are his 2 actions. He's got 1 more action. And all of a sudden, you see the ground. He causes the ground around you to tremble. And every creature on the ground in a 10-foot emanation takes damage with a fortitude save. Fortitude save from Thaddeus, Percy, Raven, and Josephine. My first guy got out okay. My second guy is too far away. He doesn't count. So how do we do?
28.
28 is your total. Okay.
22.
24.
Fortitude is 10. 14.
Mm-hmm. 28 means you take half damage. Josephine, you said how much? 14?
14.
Take full damage.
28. 2.
You take half damage. And Thaddeus?
24.
24. You take half damage. Half damage, half damage, half damage, full damage. 2d8. Bludgeoning. Let's find a d8. So you guys, you take 7 points. You guys each take 3.
Oh.
Bludgeoning damage from the tremor that shakes the ground.
I am down 30 points already in this attack. And I feel like it's barely even started.
Okay.
I think our squishy wizard and our wondrous mage need to do something.
It is now Percy's turn.
Okay, Percy is right next to this guy who just did a swipe at my friend.
Yep.
So I am gonna hit back. And I'm just wondering what the hell.
What do you
happened
mean,
to
squishy wizard and cleric? What do you think we've been doing?
my- I know, but you know.
You say they need to do something. Well, we're
I
trying to
don't-
do something.
I think he's saying like our hope lies in your hand.
Our hope lies in you guys because
Something greater.
you're able to do larger amounts of damage to more of them because there's quite a few of them and there's
And they keep chopping at ankles and it hurts.
I've only had
whacking
one
at us
turn.
and knocking us down. Jerks.
Yeah, you've done, and you did really well on your one
That's what I
turn.
thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so 19
You are
plus-
so far out of camera and everything.
Oh, sorry.
Why don't you put the thing where it's supposed to be?
So
Yeah.
it was 19 plus 12, so 19 plus 12, so whatever the hell that is, like 30,
One.
30,
31.
yeah,
hits, obviously.
31 hits, obviously.
31 crits.
Oh, good. Okay. And that was my Bowie, and it's not so good for the tomahawk. Nothing working on the tomahawk.
So damage on the Bowie.
The damage on the Bowie was 6, 7 times 2, 14.
What's that? 214.
No,
14. Is
5,
it times
14.
2 is
2,
14.
7.
Okay,
times
done.
2,
So that is
14.
30. That is 28 points of damage
Woohoo!
because you critted him, right?
Well, I
Yeah.
but
Or were
there's
you
7.
already critting
I
it?
was already doubling.
14. Okay.
14.
30.
And then
Gotcha.
I'm gonna hit again with my.
That was your twin takedown.
That was my twin takedown, and now I'm gonna do with the tomahawk again,
Okay.
and that doesn't work.
And you missed with the top and hawk.
And
Last turn.
Wait, is this guy flanked?
He is flanked.
So do you get attack bonuses with flank?
Yes, he loses armor class when he's flanked.
Does he?
Yes. What was your roll? Well, he only loses 2 points of armor class.
It was only a 4.
I'm
so
an
I
You're
wouldn't
not
have
going to
done
make
it.
it with that.
Wouldn't have done it.
If you were close though, if you were up in the 18 to 20 range, then you're going to be close, right?
Okay, well, I'm going to do the futile thing.
And you do the futile thing.
Nope.
And it's futile.
That's futile.
Okay, and
Okay.
it becomes the next Duergar's turn. And this one, where is he now? Where are you, Duergar, you little bastard? You are the helpless one. You're still one out there. You decide best thing to do is what your mates have done. Let's have a look at what your gear is. You have a dagger and a staff. You've already used those. Best thing for you to do is run in and help your mates. So you run in to do exactly that. You go down and over and down and over and over. And you attempt to climb up on your mate's shoulders, just like the other guy did. You're going to try and get at these damned humans that are on this big rock. And you roll a 4 and utterly fail to do so. So you hear him all of a sudden muttering under his breath. And Josephine is laying prone on the rock. And as he gets ready to swing at her with his maul, he says, whispering with his foul breath right in her face, "You know we tracked you from that camp you passed by, don't you? One of you's got that great big mastodon magic thingy with him, and we're gonna have it, I know."
Great big Donny magic thing.
Mastodon
Oh.
magic thingy.
Right.
Was he figuring he's going to eat it?
Made good
Well, he's
time
not
for
going
such
to answer
short
you.
little
He's too
legs.
busy.
Yeah.
You don't think they can use it the way you use it? 2, he misses you abysmally. And it becomes Raven's turn. Hooray!
Really
Raven
good
gets a
time with
second
their short little
turn.
legs.
Raven, Raven, Raven. What are you doing?
I'm pondering my choices.
Lavinia,
So-
you'll be up after Raven. There's a monster between the two of you.
Okay. Well, I have fireball. Let's use that because that's always fun.
But where?
So
Alright.
I need to know where my burst is.
I shall give you a burst like
A
before.
radius.
A 20-point burst is that big. And where would you like it to be?
Well, let's have it. On this area right here, so I can get this guy and maybe 2 of those others,
That's correct. You can get those guys right there. Those 3.
and that will be the best I can do.
Best you can do is fireball those boys.
Fireball them.
They are
boys.
going to roll for their fortitudes. I got to see what their
That's a basic reflex,
hold on.
and they got a
Their reflex. They're rolling their reflex.
21 is my difficulty class.
First one does not make your difficulty class. Second one makes it with flying colors.
No.
8 and 19, 27. Second one rolls a 27. Hi, dog. Are you okay? Third one fails. Do you need to go out? Huh? Go. Go see mom. Here, go see Amanda. Go. Don't bug me. I'm busy.
Simon. Outside?
I'm trying to do the math on the last one.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Open the door.
Being
What was the DC?
21.
in the condition that
It's not a crit. I thought it was a critical failure, but he made it out by 1 point.
By 1 point.
So they all do half damage. And it is.
Didn't one fail? You said one failed.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Not a critical failure.
No, but it was a
Oh,
failure.
no. Sorry. That's so it's
2 fails and 1.
yes.
Success.
So it's 1 full damage, 2 full damage, 1 half damage.
Okay.
Two full
I'll
damage,
see your
1
2 full damage and raise you okay.
How much?
20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. So the full damage one gets
20 points.
These guys must
full
be getting
20.
fairly beat up by now.
He's really close to that full damage one. And he takes 20. He's got 20. The other one who's close to you that gets roasted, he takes 20 as well. And he looks like he's in pretty bad shape. He's the one closest to you to the north, and he's burned so badly that you can see there's a pretty heavy reaction from him. He's like, oh, and I believe he's actually the leader of the group. There's one that takes half damage that's in the back.
No, I thought this one was the leader.
Yeah, this one's the leader.
That's what I'm, no, the one beside him. That one's the leader. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's leader. You're right.
Okay.
No, so the leader doesn't take damage. It was one of the other guys. Sorry, I got they're two same icons, so I got them confused. Okay, so they're damaged. I did all their damage.
Okay, and my last remaining move, I'll call upon my familiar Drema, and she'll
Yes.
use her restorative familiar trait, which gives me restore a number of hit points equal to 1d8 times half my damage, or half my level, I should say.
Right. So that is 2 points for the level and a 1d8. And that's what you get to heal up.
Two d8s.
2d8s
Yeah.
and 2 points for the level.
No, I roll 2d8s because it's my level, half of my level.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's
that's how
1d8
many you
per half.
roll. I get it. Okay, sorry. I thought that was just straight points for that.
So I get 9 restorative hit points.
And you restore yourself 9 hit points. That's the end of your turn.
That's it for me.
It becomes another one of these damn Duergar's turns. And which one is it this time? They're all clustered around you. They know to get in close because it's dangerous to be near. It's the head leader himself, the one who bellowed. And what does he do? Oh, I need the other thing. What does he do? He casts. You see him spinning his hands in the air, and as he does, he begins to grow, and he's getting bigger and bigger, and he's becoming enlarged as he casts a spell on himself.
Spell of Viagra.
I don't think that's going to work in this scenario.
Okay.
When he does it, he grows from being medium to being large. He's large now.
He's a bigger target.
And yes, he is.
He's also slightly clumsy too.
No longer an ankle biter. Or an ankle whacker.
Spell effect and granted by a large. He actually becomes huge. I don't know. I can't tell, for example. I'm going to read it more later because we're playing and I'm just going to say, okay, he's a lot bigger than he was. He is now as big as this rock that you guys are standing on. And he, now that he has done that,
Well, I'm laying on it, but
you're laying on it.
His reach increases by 5 feet. And
Yeah.
he gains a +2 bonus to melee damage.
And he's got a big old maul.
this might be the game that I die.
If he had heightened it to 4th level, he'd be huge if that were the case.
That's right. He can't heighten to 4th level because he's not a high enough level creature.
Okay, it's good to know.
So he takes his maul, brings it over his head, and tries to swing it straight down on Josephine. And he rolls to attack her. And he hits her with a
I'm
29,
just
no
thinking,
problem.
too bad I just sold my shield.
Mm.
And he does 12 points of damage to Josephine.
Uh-oh.
What are you down to?
11.
All right, that was the last turn that he had. He finishes that turn, and it becomes Lavinia Rose's turn.
Okay, I know these guys are idiots and they're doing what they're doing, but I am casting a heal on Josephine right now.
Okay, so you're standing back here by the mastodon. You have not moved. I'm gonna make that mastodon move a little bit. Oh,
Well, he's gone.
Well, he's gone.
oh, he's gone. Duh. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gone. Book. Because he got he
So-
got hit. So you're standing back
help
there.
me tell who's where because I can't really see. Josephine's
Josephine's lying
there.
down there.
Raven,
Raven,
Percy,
Percy, Thaddeus.
Okay, I'm
Please don't cast a heal. Like, we need to demolish these guys. If you cast a heal, that means they get more.
not if I walk up to you and lay my hands on you.
But then that's using up all your turns. It's the same thing.
I'm sorry, I'm just really pissed. Okay, I still need to move a little bit closer. I'm going to cast bone spray on this guy who is there.
Okay,
You have to move around the rock, though, if that's the case.
you'll have to go. Right now, you can't hit him through the rock with bone spray. You've got to have line of sight. You got to move over another space.
Yeah, you got to move over another
Oh.
space.
He's got line of sight.
No, not with the edge of that rock. I won't give her line of sight yet. Okay, I'll give her line of sight there. Okay, bone spray.
Bone spray.
All right, I'm gonna move
On
you into
the
place.
Porcupine shield guy. Will it also affect the other guy too?
She can. No, it won't because he's too far away.
I thought it was a cone.
I believe it's a 15-foot cone, but I
It's a
can check for you.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot.
Yeah, because if it's a 15-foot cone, shouldn't it go like this, like that?
Yeah, it will. I'll allow it for both of them.
Yeah.
So, roll to hit.
Fifteen.
15 plus,
11?
yeah, plus 11.
So
26.
26.
Just looking at trying to find the bone spray spell.
So
By the way, I need a rank 2 token, please. It's going to cause 2d10 piercing damage if it hits. How much did you roll for?
26.
26 hits, no problem. It is not a crit.
and 1 persistent bleed damage.
1 persistent bleed. But you've got to roll your 2d10s. And that's for both of them.
Is that-
I'll just do both damage to both.
You rolled level 2 or level 3?
3d10s.
Did you, if you rolled
Well,
a-
if you give it, I mean,
if that's the case, I should be giving him a 3, not a 2.
yep. And then you can roll
Can I trade
3d10s.
Yeah. Thanks for calling that.
I just didn't know which level you passed.
Yeah.
And Amanda's giving you a D10. So just roll 3 times.
A 10,
A 10.
That's a good one. Do that twice more.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see it.
a 9,
And a 3.
and a 3.
So total?
22.
22 damage.
So you do 22 damage to each of them. I gotta get the right.
And 1 persistent bleed
Very
damage.
nice.
And 1 persistent bleed.
Persistent bleed.
So the first one takes 22 damage.
Good shooting, Tex.
Yeah. Good.
And the one behind him takes 22 points, and he looks pretty badly. The leader is grievously injured by this. He looks like he's in pretty bad shape.
Good.
Excellent.
F that leader. Bless you.
Let's see.
That wasn't
Okay.
the average of the leader.
I could use some
See,
blessing.
now I kept thinking
That's
this
the
was-
leader. That is the leader,
the
yes.
leader?
You corrected me from me saying the other one was the leader.
Which one's the leader again? Can you point for the camera though with the pointy thing? So otherwise your hand is obscuring the vision.
I don't know. Do we have a pointy thing?
There,
Anyway,
this
there
guy.
We've got at least 2 pointer thingies.
Okay, so
Bullshit.
it is now another Duergar's turn. Take it off adventure screen for a sec. Why does it show me on adventure? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh well. Okay, anyways, it is the leader's turn. And he turns around and he decides this is going to be a fight to the death, and he targets Josephine,
No.
and he rolls to hit. Let's pop that open. Says Iron Mind.
Didn't he just have a turn
You do it.
and he enlarged?
Yeah.
There's two Duergar Taskmasters. Do I have the wrong one?
I don't know.
Oop, don't put that on him. Okay, hold on.
Who's the one who enlarged?
Because the one who
Oh yeah, no,
already-
you're right. I got the wrong one. Here, this is the other one. Yep, that's the right one. Okay.
Do you have the pointer stick, Dave, so we can see which one?
I
is
found
taking
it. Here it
turn?
is. Here's a pointer stick.
Yeah,
Okay.
Which one is taking the turn now?
Okay, so it's actually the other one with the black beard, the one that is there. Yes.
That one's taking a turn now?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the big guy.
I can ping him on the can I ping him? Am I allowed to do ping? Only you guys are allowed to do ping, it looks like.
Hmm?
What the heck is a ping?
Well, that's where you double click and then there's a little bloop on the map to show where you're pointing with your cursor. Okay, he decides that the best thing for him to do is going to be to cast harm.
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 So he
And I
stands
don't
where
have my
he
amulet
is.
yet.
And he begins to channel void energy. You channel void Charges limited void damage. And gets a fortitude save.
Damn it.
Who's he?
30-foot emanation. No, he's going to go for just a range of touch. He's going to reach out and he's going to touch someone that's standing on a rock. I don't know if he can reach you.
touch me.
I don't think he's going to be able to reach you. He decides the smarter thing to do will be to move over here and touch Thaddeus. He reaches out and he touches Thaddeus because he can't reach Raven. He's too short. So he reaches out and he touches Thaddeus, and Thaddeus needs to make a fortitude save.
17.
And it is
Unless
higher
I
than that.
unless I want to try that again.
Do you want to try that again?
I want to try that again.
All right, so let's try that again as your feat. I know you can use that feat once now for, I don't know, what is it, once a day or something?
42, 25.
Okay, so you are able to resist it,
No.
which means
If he moved out of my way, do I get an opportunity attack?
there are no opportunity attacks unless they're relegated to special things. That's a D&D thing, not a top power thing. So no. Two action version is increased
It just had
one action. So he tries again. Fortitude save.
Don't pet the sweaty things or sweat the petty things.
He has one action left. He's going to try
He's
again.
wet because it's raining outside.
I
I
get
just
it.
pet him and I was like,
Yeah.
ew.
It's going, don't pet the wet things.
19.
Yeah, he gets you that time.
Ow.
No, that's not the right die. He hurts you for 9 points of damage as he reaches out and hurts you with void energy. And it becomes, Duergar Bombardier's turn. The one fella that's still in the back. He decides it's time that he tried to get you two guys off of the ledge too. So, because he doesn't want to burn his friends. Oh, you click and hold to ping. He runs up and he tries to climb onto his buddy's shoulders to try and get up onto this stone. And he rolls a 20. He has no problem. And he is all of a sudden standing on top of his buddy beside him. And he decides that he's going to take a swing at this squishy wizard who's been the bane of his life.
The one who just moved over to me. The one you're pinging is the one who just moved over to me.
Move the other guy there, the guy that's in the back.
No.
That guy.
Yes. That's correct.
So he's on the boulder then?
He is now.
Because he pushed me all.
He's standing on his buddy's shoulders.
So he's tall enough that he
Which
can.
buddy?
Wait, there's no buddy there now.
Well, there's
There's a guy right beside him.
Oh, so he's standing on that guy's shoulder.
Standing on that guy's shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whose
So
size?
he's a double stacked dwarf.
It's a double stacked dwarf, and he can now reach you. And he decides.
The one on the bottom is now.
He's a dwarfinator.
He's a dwarf stool.
Yeah. Oh. That's what you find behind the dwarves.
He decides that he's going to hit you with his warhammer.
Eek.
So he rolls to hit. Have we got him targeted? Raven T. There we go. Roll to hit. You're a squishy wizard. He can hit you. Oh, he just does it with a +1. He barely missed. Almost missed. And the damage that he rolls is 11 points of damage. He does. That's the end of his turns. He used all 3 actions to do that.
Oh,
To run,
they're
get
doing
up on
about
you,
as
and get
well as
there.
I am.
Things aren't looking very good.
No, I know. We thought that we would be safe on top of this rock, but
Yeah, whose idea was that?
mine first. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I had
Get
line
rid
of
of
sight
it.
anyways for my spell.
That means next person up in the encounter is Josephine.
Okay, Josephine gets herself up from prone.
Okay, that's 1 action. You got 2 actions left.
She tells Raven to duck. So Raven ducks.
No.
That's the way it works, right?
Okay, you say I'll accept it so far. Well, let's see where it goes.
And I bring out my whip and I'm smacking all 4 of these all at once. 3.
You want to do a raking hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does your whip sweep?
Sweeping hit.
Why not?
I'll allow it. Why not? It's slashing damage.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
slashing, Yeah.
It's going to be 1 roll, and I'm going to see.
That's what I
I'm going to see if they're able to do a reflex save to avoid.
Okay.
First one
Come
avoids you.
on,
Reflex
baby.
save.
Second one,
That whip has some pluses, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
2.
What pluses does it have?
She does. For slashing.
I'm going to say that they had to do a reflex save because you were doing a sweep, like an AoE.
For slashing,
means-
it's 2 times 2 bleeds.
But what plus? Plus 12.
Plus
for strike?
12 for strike. And then, yeah, the damage is 3d4 slashing plus 2 bleed.
So roll a 1d8. I mean a 1d12.
Yeah.
Instead of 3d4s.
Yeah. 'cause it's
I
the
still
same
have
thing.
to roll the hit.
It doesn't matter. I decided to make it a reflex save. I
Okay.
rolled the reflex.
But-
You're doing full damage to 2 and half damage to 2.
But if she rolls a 3d4, then she can get a minimum of 3 points. But if she rolls a 1d12, she gets a minimum of 1 point.
We'll make sure that she gets more than the minimum.
Okay, just being
What? Sorry, what am I rolling?
1d12.
Roll a 1d12.
1d12.
Just because the d4s are such a pain in the ass to roll.
Not this one. The one that looks like a.
it looks like
It's got 5-sided
it's a 12.
sides.
Yeah.
It is a
Oh, yeah.
12-sided object.
So pretty.
It's
I've
a-
never used this one
it's
before.
I know we don't use the
It's a
d12s hardly.
it's a dodecahedron.
Come on, baby. Big money, big money, big money. I rolled a 3.
Roll again.
Okay.
3 or lower. Roll again.
I rolled a 2.
Roll again.
Good grief.
No.
I should have just used the 4-sided ones, but it
I
doesn't
know,
matter.
right? What's going on?
I rolled a.
You rolled a 6, so you do 6 points of damage. And doesn't it have a little bit of bonus on it, that whip?
Does
Yeah,
it
it's
matter?
a plus 2 bleeds.
Okay, so I'm going to give that a total of 8 points of damage to those guys, half to 2 of them. So this guy who's right in front of you, who's closest to you, gets 8 points of damage, which leaves him at. This guy beside him that's next to you does 8 points of damage, which is
Don't forget these two are stacked. This guy on top
the two stack guys are the guys that got hit. And then on both, on the other, not that guy because he's on the other side of Raven. The leader takes 8 points of damage, and he doesn't do 8 points of damage. He only does 4 points of damage. He is looking like that nearly did him in. And the one beside him takes 4 points of damage too. Looks a little bit like Ballin, strangely enough. Let me see. That's okay. And that's the damage you did to all of them.
Better than laying there prone.
Nope.
Yes, and that's
You
the end
did
of your
great.
turns. It'll take you at
did
least 2 attacks to do that kind of a sweep. So
Yeah.
that means that it becomes Guilty Dwarf Bandit's turn. Guilty Dwarf Bandit. He's the one that's the bottom of the double stack. He's holding his
Leader is
buddy.
the bottom of the stack.
That's why they
Then you have
called
him in the
him
wrong
the
place.
bottom of the
So
stack.
this
Vroom,
guy came in
vroom.
and he stood on top of this one, is what you said.
That's not the.
And this is the leader. He's still the leader. And he grew. He's big.
Move the guys away from the things for a second. Which two guys have the black beards? Move the other ones away. That they're also on guys that have black. The guy with the black beard. Which one is he?
This one.
That's the leader.
See, I kept thinking that was the leader.
The other two guys are both bombardiers.
Because this is the one that you originally said was the
Well, I can't tell from this angle, right?
and this
There's
guy
another
also
guy.
has a black beard.
Okay, good.
So
That's
which one is big at this point?
This one right here.
It's the leader who's
right.
big.
The leader who's almost dead.
Yeah. And all we got to do is hit him again. And
So the bottom two of the stack is also in really bad shape.
Yep.
He is holding his friend up. So if he tries to do anything, his friend is just going to topple over. So he can't do anything but try and hold his friend up.
Okay, good.
Make sense?
Yep.
And that means it becomes Thaddeus' turn.
Thaddeus.
So I'm going against this guy
Okay.
who attacked me with the exquisite cane rapier.
Such a great name.
Mm-hmm.
That I got as part of the dowry.
Yeah.
Ah! 20 plus 14.
Woohoo!
Crit.
Nice. 34.
Crits.
Can I, Thaddeus? Can you put your arm up in front of your camera a little bit? Just want everyone to notice that he is wearing his wedding band.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes, he is.
yes. He is hitched to the undersea maid.
Okay. So
And he's
commitment for
blushing
you.
now.
That is commitment.
your damage is a D8 and a D4.
He loves his mermaid.
And then you
bride.
get plus 4 points on that. 2 and then 2 piercing. Yeah, 2 and 2. I don't know why it adds it up that way, but it has. D8 and a D4.
8 and 4.
12. Plus the 4 that's here is 16 doubled is 32 points.
32 points
Ooh.
of damage.
So with your
Mother
cane raper,
puss bucket.
you crit
Dang.
him and you stave
puss
his
bucket.
head in
Yes. First one down, baby.
and he is dead.
First one down. Keep it
Nemo me
going, keep it
impune
going.
licet.
Good God.
Okay. And that was your first attack, right? You have
Yeah.
two actions.
He's got
2 actions.
He's
Well, I
got
do 90-degree turn and go against this
Okay,
guy.
you're gonna attack
yeah,
that guy.
Oh, big my.
Come on, roll for the big money.
Not quite as good. 6 plus 14.
So 20.
20 misses.
Okay.
So close. All you needed was one more point, and you were good to
You
go.
have another
Yeah.
turn.
You have one turn
Another
left.
action.
You gonna attack?
Why not?
Okay, attack.
2.
No.
I don't think it's
All
gonna-
right.
All right.
So as you do that, it becomes the next bandit's turn. And while they've been fighting you, you can hear them shouting back and forth. Does anybody here understand Dwarvish? Nobody understands Dwarvish, do they? Nobody knows what they're saying. You have no idea.
I mean, I could cast comprehend language on myself.
Right
I mean,
now,
yeah.
you don't understand what they're saying at all.
No.
And it becomes the one that you just missed.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that's whose turn it is next. So he is going to see. He can't reach the squishy dwarf. He doesn't like this big smelly brute of a trapper in front of him, but the little skinny guy with his knives, he looks like a good target.
Oh dear.
So he decides that the best thing that he can do is cast. To begin with, he casts Tremor. So that means that everybody needs to roll. And is it a, hold on, let me see how far. 10-foot emanation. So that is everybody but Lavinia has to roll a fortitude save. Basic fortitude save.
But
10-foot doesn't
2
get
of them are standing on top of the rock.
Josephine. I don't think 10-foot gets Josephine.
So
I think
if I make a target and I draw a 10-foot circle and I drag that 10-foot circle there, it includes Josephine from his hands as he faces towards Raven.
The circle's like way over here.
It's way over there.
Oh, if I let it go, you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Did it show it now?
Yeah, now it does.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
yeah. now
1,
it's
2,
everybody.
1, 2. See, it's 5, right? 5, 10.
Okay.
5, 5.
But surely the boulder would absorb some of the tremor.
Oh,
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, if anything, the boulder magnifies it.
16.
16 fails.
22.
There succeeds.
25.
Fortitude save from Josephine
16 as well.
fails.
25.
Plus, right? Your fortitude, 10.
So
Oh, 26.
26.
Succeeds. And
22.
22 succeeds.
25.
So I had failure and the rest of you all succeed. Do you fail or succeed? Succeeded, right?
25.
Okay, so I had one failure, and that's Raven. Raven's the only one that takes any damage, and he takes. How much is it? How much is the Trevor
2
damage?
points of damage.
Wow.
I can take 2 points of damage.
2d8. This is how much the winner.
No.
Let's see what you get.
He's only got
We'll find out.
11 points
Well, he's
left.
got
Only got
15.
11.
Got 15.
4 and 3. Take 7 points of damage.
Oh, dude.
Well, you guys better start killing these dwarfs, man.
Well, we killed one.
We're
Come
up here
on.
dying on this rock.
No, right?
Worst move ever.
Is this the
Let's get on
mountain?
the
Okay.
rock.
Is this the hill you want to die on? I don't know.
No.
It just might be.
I need to take a break for a moment.
Do you want to right now?
And I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead while we can keep rolling and get this done. Because this is going to be the end of the evening
Yeah,
when
we
we'll
didn't
finish
have
this.
a break. And
I
so
know. We
we're-
got involved. Okay, so it becomes Percy's turn.
Okay. Stabby stab.
The guy in front of you?
Yep. He's looking at me funny. I want to get him down. Oh, nice. 18 plus 10. So
Hits.
yeah.
But does not crit.
Does not crit. Okay. And the second one is 2 garbage. Okay, so first one done.
First one hits.
These dwarves are tough.
Mhm.
So 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay, that was your
That was my
first 2 attack. That was just your twin takedown?
just my twin takedown. Now I'm
Okay.
gonna try again with the tomahawk.
All right. You'll get
You said it is 11 plus 9. It's plus 9, right?
+9 is your second attack.
So okay, so that makes it 20, which is I don't
not
think
enough. One
Yeah,
we need one
okay.
more point to do it.
One more point to do it.
I'm gonna try for a third time.
And I'll try for a
I
third
think it's a
time.
+4 on your third time.
Yeah.
It's is it? It's a +5 on your third time.
Actually, I have a better idea. Yeah, no. Okay, that's fine. Garbage. I was thinking, but I would, no. So, yeah, tomahawk, third time, no.
Okay, so it becomes the next Duergar's turn. And as they've all been talking back and forth, all of a sudden, this one suddenly starts casting a, let me see how he does it. How does he do it? Oh, he's not one of the ones that can. Oh, he's tough, but he can't do that. Okay, this one turns and he bolts for the hills.
Running away, eh?
Which one is it that's doing that?
This one, 10.
The
So you see him bolt and you lose sight of him as he bolts into the bushes. It becomes Raven's turn.
Guys are really pissing me off. Okay, I have one more fireball.
Okay.
Ding. I like to cast it to optimize the hits. I think I can just get, there's two standing on shoulders, right?
Yeah.
And there's one just off to the side.
yeah,
there.
so if you get this guy, because those are together, and this guy, so that'd be those three.
You can get 2 out of the 3 there. You get all 3 of these
All
guys
three,
because
yeah,
this guy's on
because
this
he's
guy's
on his shoulders, yeah.
And this guy that bolted, he's still within range too.
Is he?
If you put it there, he is still within range.
Oh, God.
So I will roll the fortitudes.
Let's do that.
I mean the reflexes.
Reflexes.
Starting with the guy that bolted, and he rolls an 11. What do I got to make?
You've got to beat a 21.
Let's see if he beats a 21.
And that's a reflex.
He does not beat it. Next one beats it with flying colors. Hold on. The next one is the leader, as a matter of fact. And he, what's his? He beats it, but he does not critically
So
succeed.
half damage.
Half damage.
And the next one, who's these two are stacked on top of each other. One succeeds and one fails. The one under the bottom succeeds because he's protected by the guy on top of him, and the guy on top of him fails.
Okay.
So you've got you got 2 successes and 2 fails.
Okay. It's 10, 15 points of damage total.
15 points of damage. You see the leader topple over dead.
Yay!
Yay!
Leader's dead.
0. I'm going to give him the disc skull he deserves.
That's interesting. A little animated lettering said dying.
And these other 2, this one is half, so he is at 7. And this one here took full damage. So and the one running away took full damage. And so he's at, it was 15, right?
15 total.
2.
Yeah.
So that's 8. Yeah, okay. Got it. Okay, I figured it all out.
My last, I will take a step back
Okay.
to move, or I'll move as fast as I can.
Are you moving on the rock?
I'm going to move and jump off of the rock.
You're going to step back beside Percy like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. It becomes Lavinia Rose's turn.
Lavinia, kick him.
All right.
Okay.
So,
So you're
Oh.
here,
yeah.
and your next foe is this guy, which we can't see, or you can come around the rock and attack these guys.
Okay.
That one's in your direct line of
Well,
sight. But
What,
it's pretty
what's
far.
the range on that?
You can't see him.
I can't see him though.
You can't see any of them. From my point of view, you standing where you are, where the token is, and you haven't moved from the token. You've got Raven and Percy in front of the one that's in front of him, who's a dwarf. You can't see him through them.
Yeah.
You got the other two behind the rock from you.
So I have to do some moving first before I can do it.
Yeah.
You could move to here.
And then you could see all the dwarves. Well, two of them, I think.
Yes, you
clearly.
can see two of them from there if you want to
Yeah.
move there.
Okay. I
You wanna
want
do
to.
that?
Actually, I want
Oh.
to move
That's
right up to one of them.
You want to like get touch space.
I want to be right there in touch. And I'm going to do something horrible called flints.
Okay, so I'm going to
Did you
go
say Flents?
2, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Flents.
I'm going to say that if you trample right over top of the dead dwarf, you can get right up to that one right there.
So it's a touch spell, and I put it on.
You decide to touch the one beside you with Flints. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. And what does Flints do?
It basically strips all their bones and their organs. And
Strip off the flesh muscle.
It's really gross.
Roll to attack.
Are you heightening
It's an
it?
armor class.
Can I?
It's like a level 1. You can heighten it to a level 2 if you use a 2.
Yeah.
I would use it. Yeah. We're near the edge here. Let's do it.
Hang on. Where's the other one?
Is that mine? No. No, that's your 20.
Honey, I'm looking for the other.
Oh, this cup?
The other cup.
Thank you. You're welcome. So 10 plus 11, so 21.
Hits, I think. Let me double check him. Yes, sir. Roll for damage. Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
what's
sir.
the-
Counts for them all.
what's
I
the
don't-
damage?
7 plus whatever.
Oh, you roll 2 of
You
them.
rolled a d20
Oh, it takes
for damage.
2d6. Did you roll 2d6?
2d6.
No, I have not.
Actually, you roll 3d6s.
All right.
Oh, no, it increases by, so you actually roll 4d6s.
Okay.
I'll keep track.
4.
4,
Mhm.
That's correct.
5, 9,
11.
11.
Plus you deal 2d4 persistent bleed. So 2d4s.
2d4s.
That's at 6. You got to roll a 4-sided dice.
Doesn't matter. The guilty Duergar bandit has not got enough life, and he dies.
There he is.
Yay.
Another one down.
Another one bites the dust.
And another dwarf down. And another dwarf down.
Another one bites the dust.
You see the next
he's gonna
dwarf
boulder you,
suddenly
another
swirling
one
his
bites the
hands
dust.
around as though he's going to do something, and suddenly he fades from view.
No. Barfing.
Which one was this?
The one that was on top of the shoulders, who ended up going down on the ground when the other one died. He fades from view. So he is gone. You can move him away. He is away along with this other one that's away. Those two are both away.
Okay.
Can you ask
I
Robert?
was
All
gonna say,
right,
no,
no way.
don't
We'll
take
just
him
put
away
him over
because we
there.
don't know if he's just
Yeah,
invisible.
Yeah. That's exactly right. One you lost sight of in the trees, cover, full cover. The other one, however, faded away from a magical spell. All right.
One left.
And it becomes Josephine's turn.
Does this MF right here?
I'm MF.
That MF. Oh, it's International Falafel Day. That's exciting.
And right now you're feeling awful, aren't you?
I'm falafeling. Okay. Mabel. Wait.
You're going to shoot
Nope.
him from up on the rock?
No, we're not doing Mabel because I would be at a disadvantage being that close to him, wouldn't I?
Yeah, because he's still within 10 feet.
Okay. Just a pew pew.
Okay, 2 peacemakers. All right, roll the hit.
Mind your aim.
Careful.
Patty's on the other
Could
side.
knock his derby off.
First one I rolled with the left, I roll a 12. And with the right, I roll a 15.
The left you rolled a 12. What is your add-on to that? You get like a 13
it's a
strike?
13, yeah.
So 26.
25.
25.
They both hit. So roll damage.
Oh, damage. That is a D8 plus 1. Plus D4. A D4 and a D8. Left rolls a 9, 10. Right rolls an 8.
18 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right, you can see that he's pretty grievously wounded. That is the end of your... You have one action left.
Yeah, well, D8 plus 1 pierce. Plus 1 pierce. Oh, I guess plus 1 piercing for each of those, so 2 more points.
Okay, so I'll take 2 more points, so that would make that. Okay. All right. That's the end of your turn.
Is it?
You have
just
one
said I
action. You have one action.
One action left. Okay. Left.
You gonna try again? Roll to hit.
I didn't.
Miss.
Yes. It was not a 1. I did not hit my colleague.
Okay. Okay. It becomes the last thing is it becomes the Duergar's turn, who's still there remaining. You see him swirling his hands, and as he begins to fade from view, you hear him call out in Latin, "We'll be back." And he disappears.
Those are tough little dwarfs.
Little dwarves, yeah.
You are left with, let me get these guys out of here. You are left with 3 dead dwarves.
And check the bodies, says
See
he.
how they run.
Raven says, check the
3
bodies.
dead
Check
dwarf-
the bodies now.
3
quick,
dead
before they
dwarves.
get
We're
cold.
going to call it right there. It's 10:41.
Can we not do a
This-
heal spell or anything? on
No,
that?
you'll just have to stay all wounded for the next week. You really need to do a heal before we go?
Yeah.
Well, for the record, as an alchemist, I can do quick alchemy, and I do have the heal alchemy elixir that I can make, and I can make 9 of them.
You guys are you're out of combat now. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can decide what you want to do, but I would prefer not to go any further tonight. I want to pick it up next week, including that. We will leave it right there. Combat ended. You guys can think for the week about what you want to do about putting yourselves back together now that you've survived this attack.
I need some serious medical attention.
I think
But
everybody
also-
does.
Yeah.
Think about why you were attacked and the circumstances and the situation and everything that happened.
Oh no, you sound like a professor right now.
Things happen for a reason.
Like we're writing an essay, a full philosophical essay.
Maybe we were supposed to follow those bloody tracks.
Duergar saw you and you passed by them and then you camped in the dark. And they're dwarves that are nocturnal. So they're bad dwarves that are nocturnal. Wasn't hard to follow a fucking mastodon.
Well, it would be at the speed a mastodon goes with their short little legs.
Well, you would think so.
Fair
Wouldn't you?
enough.
But we only went for a couple hours.
The problem was is
Who
that
knows
you
how
couldn't-
far
couldn't-
they followed
you
us.
couldn't go the
Darkest
same
fires
distance you
all
did
over the
before because you were almost like it only took you a little while to get to, and maybe I didn't make that clear, but it only took you a very short time to get to the bridge.
Right.
You were almost right at the bridge when you were at the camp because the camp said, "Hey, we stopped and we turned back." You also got stopped at the bridge, and it was certainly within chasing distance of them. It took them 3 hours, 4 hours to get to you, but they did it because all they had to do was follow mastodon tracks.
But if we'd followed the trail of blood into the woods, we would have been set upon by 65 of them, and they would have killed us, definitely.
Well, you don't know what's there, but whatever happened, they followed you, and also, you know, they almost got the drop on you. If Thaddeus had rolled and had been asleep, that would have let them creep right up to your bodies before attacking, and they would have all critted because
Wow.
you're all asleep. but he raised the alarm enough that you only got hit by a few puny little fire bombs, right?
Mm.
Like those alchemist fires that they throw are like not very strong. Anyways, there you go. Do you have any other questions about stuff? Things you want to know, things you're wondering about?
Oh, yeah, Dave, I was going to ask you because I think I purchased a vine whip.
Yes,
I
I
don't
have
see
got
it
to
in
follow
my-
that up.
Yeah, I don't see it in my inventory or actions.
Okay, I will get that happening right now before I forget.
Because I was thinking about using it today, and then I couldn't because it was
No, you
nowhere to
couldn't.
be-
It didn't end up
seen.
getting done with all the other stuff that I was doing.
Okay. So we're going to sign off then?
Yes. Okay. So thank you everybody at home. And I did not expect you guys to be ambushed by the Duergar. I thought that it was going to be the other way around.
Thought we were going to
So-
ambush them. Yeah, right.
They didn't know you were coming. Anyways, so thank you guys, and we will be back next Wednesday. What is our schedule like?
Yeah, let's take a look at manager cell.
We're okay. We're good to go. So I'm good. Everybody good? Should we do
Everybody
Thank
seems
you,
good.
thank you,
Yeah,
everyone who
Oh, thank you,
who joined us
everybody.
today.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much for
Appreciate
dropping
it.
in and watching us.
Thank you so much, Sugar, for my our first ever fan mail. Once again, I have to say, for anyone that missed it, she sent me this lovely Meow Shrooms pin.
That is so cool.
It's so cute, right?
Meow.
Meow Shrooms. So cute.
This reminds me of Mario.
Thank you so much, Sugar.
Thank you.
Love you.
Yeah, love you.
And yes, thank you for everyone who watched tonight. We appreciate you very, very much.
Hey. So
And thank you to Dave.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dave.
He rocks.
I was not ready for them to attack you. Those are not the same dwarfs that I'd made. And those are
These-
on the fly dwarfs, which
these-
is why
these
I
are
want
not the
break,
dwarves you are
so
looking
that I
for.
can actually put loot on their bodies and make them more than just little attack bots.
dwarfs.
So they will actually have stuff when you check them out next week. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Let's move to end of the stream and we'll pack it up. See you next Wednesday, 7 o'clock.